Anyway, good morning. We got 3 hours and 3 minutes to get through, and we got some stuff planned for you. I got a very interesting. Hey, you know how like on a show, like we talk about this sometimes on, like back in the 80s, 90s, you watch a sitcom. And every once in a while, it'll be like, I pay my taxes. You watch sitcoms in the 90s, shut up. And it'd be like, a very special episode of Fresh Prince. Or like the one where like his dad shows up and he's a total bum. And then Will's like alone in the house. That one. Very special and parental discretion. So like this would be one of those ones. It's been on my mind. And the longer I've done this, the more I take advantage of the fact that yes, it's a sports show generally, and we do our thing. But every once in a while, when I'm confused about something, I can bring it to the table here, and I always appreciate the feedback because some of it's stupid, of course, some of it's dumb. But then you get somebody who's like, actually, I've dealt with that before, and here's what worked for me. So I got a call from an old high school buddy of mine last night, who we still stay in touch. But, man, it was a super heartbreaking call. Because he was, it started out, we were just talking about, he's been married forever, a couple kids, a little younger than mine, but it's kind of the same age group. And we were catching about some other stuff. We're going to get together for the fantasy football draft, just your normal stuff. And then we just started talking about families and stuff like that. He's like, yeah, I'm going through it right now. Well, what are you going through? He goes, his wife has, and I feel comfortable. First off, I've never talked about this particular person before. Secondly, none of you know him.
I know Jason.
You know Jason Rollo? Is that who I'm talking to? Nah, you've never met this person. He's out of town now.
Okay, so it is Jason.
So his wife has an alcohol issue, right? His wife has an alcohol problem. And, look, I don't drink, not because I had a problem. I've explained it before. I don't like the way it makes me feel. I get headaches. I get terrible hangovers. I feel almost blessed. I've never had that issue. I know that makes me kind of not a real man, but I'll deal with it. So the issue is that, like, I think the frustrating thing is you have, like, you have people, and by the way, everything I'm saying, I'm not making light of any of this. It's a serious problem. A lot of people have dealt with themselves or in their families. And you have, like, the ones that are, like, full-blown, like, hiding vodka in the trunk of their car, drinking at 10 a.m. Like, the easier to spot, like, wow, okay, there's a real problem. But then you have, I keep using this term, I guess, but the daywalkers that, like, function perfectly, carry jobs and are responsible and are good parents and do all of that. It's all good. No one's at the, they don't go to bars till, God knows whatever on a Tuesday. It's not that. But so the problem he was going through is that his wife had one of her girlfriends and their kids over for an afternoon swim and a little barbecue, just the girls and the kid. And when I say kids, I mean teenagers, stuff like that. Anyways, he came home and he goes outside and his wife's taking a nap on, I guess, underneath one of the tables outside, and his son was home, and he kind of, what's going on with your mother? Well, apparently she had too much and decided, I don't know whether he doesn't know whether she fell down or whatever it was, but just she's sleeping underneath the table at whatever he said it was at 4 p.m. or whatever last weekend, or I guess it was last Friday. And their kids saw it. They're old enough now to where, I guess it's been kind of a recurring thing. Doesn't happen all the time, but they've seen her, on the floor of the bathroom, passed out, or, falling asleep, with a glass in her hand, watching TV, whatever it may be. They're aware. And he was saying, I don't know what to do. I can't bring it up. I can't bring it up because every time I try to bring it up, I've tried to talk to her about it, and she gets really defensive. I don't have a problem. You got the problem. I drink because of you, different things. Says it's an instant giant fight because she's, and of course, why. You're embarrassed, you're guilty, you're this, you're that, whatever. I think the psychology is fairly understandable. But now he said, the problem I have now is my kid said, I want to talk to her about it. It's scaring me. I don't, I want her to know I know, and how can I help? And he's thinking, I don't know what to do here, because on one hand, I feel like I'm not doing my job as the, husband and father to take care of my wife and take care of the kids and protect them from this and do something about it. On the other hand, I don't want to put, the kid in the line of fire here and have her maybe freak out on the kid a little bit. But they said at the same time, it might, I don't know, man, nothing else has worked. That might work. It might make a difference. He said, I said, hold on, kid. He said, I've kind of got them on hold. Let's figure it out. Thought about doing like one of them interventions, where everyone reads said, I went online, I saw some videos. That's what we do now. We go online, we talk to ChatGPT. He said, and it said, you can do one of them interventions where everybody writes stuff down. But the problem is again, this isn't like something in The Hangover, like where it's a full-blown thing. A person's functioning fine, but it's traumatizing the kids at this point. They're getting old enough to where they see it and they know it. Anyway, I didn't know what to tell him. I didn't. It was one of those, like, I felt like an ass, because I was like, buddy, that's rough. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. I've, thankfully, never had to go through this. From the text line. So here we go. Why is your friend airing out his wife's business? That's what friends do, bro.
Good at business.
That's what friends do. They talk to friends. They get advice. Whatever. Now, do they think their friend's going to go on the radio and talk about it on his radio show? No, but like I said, none of you know this person. It could be anybody. I don't know what to tell them. So I would love, I don't know if love's the right word. But I can all but guarantee you that there are people listening right now who have either gone through that themselves, personally with an addiction issue like that, or have friends who have done it, or have had loved ones who they've had to go through. And look, there's not one crayon for the whole coloring book. I think I just made that up, by the way. But you get my point. I know there's not one size fits all when it comes to a solution, but I am honestly curious as to what is a good way to handle that. How do you, if somebody's had this issue, and she has, they've been married a while, and I know this isn't the first time. They've had this issue for a while, and if he's stymied because it's an instant, yeah, well, what about, it's just instantly thrown back. I've talked to him about this before. He never gets anywhere on it. He's suggested all kinds of stuff, and every once in a while she'll get embarrassed, and she'll do this. So I'm done. I'm done. I'm just doing glass of wine on the weekends. That's it. Sets up these unrealistic goals for herself. But I don't know. I don't know what I don't know what the answer is. I don't know what the solution is. And what he's afraid of, and I don't blame him, is it going to take something incredibly traumatic? That's the fear. Is it going to take something incredibly traumatic to shake this person awake? And you can let your imagination do the running there. Whether that's a DUI, whether it's something even worse than that, or a job loss, or God knows what that could be. You don't want it to get to that point. So anyways, 916, not trying to start on a somber note, but we're stretching out here. And I know that's stuff that a lot of people and a lot of families deal with. And just honestly, like I said, I had the conversation last night with him. And I didn't know what to say other than, the standard, hey, man, whatever you do, you're going to do it with an open heart. And we're here for you. And, you want to bounce stuff off, that's fine. And, bring the kids over. We'll hang out, and, whatever. But ultimately, it goes back to that. You never know what people are going through in their own closed doors, if you will. I just felt bad. I felt so bad for that. And by the way, and she's a great person. I've known her forever. She's a good girl. Loves her job. I'm not going to go any further on specifics just because, but loves her job. Good job. One of those jobs that makes a difference type of thing. It really, you would never think that. I would imagine the people that work with her have no idea. They couldn't because of the nature of her job. And I imagine there's a lot of people like that you work with somebody, I work with somebody, we all work with people, and wow, I would have never guessed what they're doing at home, I don't know. I don't know what the solution is. I didn't know the advice. Chris, what do you do?
I don't know. Sounds like all my family, and we're pretty good.
All your family goes through stuff like that?
No, that seems normal.
The passing out underneath the dinner table? Yeah. Or we call it the what is that table? It's like a table you'd have in your backyard.
Table?
Just a table?
Yeah.
Backyard table?
Yeah. Go put it on the backyard table.
Yeah. Got a lot of some people got to learn the hard way. Yeah, I know. It would just be nice to not have that happen, if you will. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of alcohol. I know that's not something you really want to say on sports radio. Just not a fan. I never have been. Just not a fan. More harm than good. I say ban it all. That's what I say. That'd go over amazingly. You know what? How have we not had with all the stuff we've invented? How have we not had an invention where you can you can go to a game or a bar or whatever and just get hammered, but it's a specific type of alcohol, or maybe it's the alcohol we have right now. But how have we not come up with something where I got to take off in 20 minutes. I'm going to take this pill, and the pill has something in it that completely counteracts the alcohol. It basically disintegrates the alcohol in your body so you're sober within 10 minutes. There's got to be, whether there's a pill that could do that to current alcohol or whether there's some sort of synthahol, I don't know, whatever, that is specifically designed to be counteracted. How you drink, how great, wouldn't that be great to go to a ball game? You can get as hammered as you want, drink as much as you want, do whatever you want, and then before it's the ninth inning. Here's the pill I just took, or the spray, or the whatever.
I don't have enough money to get drunk at a baseball game.
All right, you're at your friend's house. You're pounding Bud Lights or Modelo's or whatever it is, and you're feeling pretty good. I'm gonna head home here shortly. I don't want to take a chance. I'm gonna take this pill. 10, 20 minutes later, or maybe it's like one of them Alka-Seltzers that you drink, and 20 minutes later you're dead sober. Your system is completely cleared. You're good to go. I mean, what a wonderful invention that would be.
Yeah, that's like a pill that's a liver, basically, is what you're saying.
Like a separate liver?
Yeah.
You just switch? Somebody invent. Come on, inventors. Invent that.
Shark Tank.
Yes. From the 530, they have a pill that makes you get sick if you drink. Is that true?
Yeah, that is true. That's for if you're an alcoholic.
Really?
To kind of force yourself not to drink.
Yeah, I mean, that's great. But then who's taking that? Obviously alcoholics, but part of that is
Danny Bonaducci. That's the first time I heard of someone using
really?
It, yeah.
I always wondered too. I know this is going to piss people. I always wondered too. How is it that all right, hear me out on this, right? How is it that like there's two roads I want to go down here. Either A, if there was to be a mandate that every car made from now through eternity had a little had one of them little breathalyzers on the steering wheel, right?
I think that starts
Is that really
at the beginning of like in 2030.
Really?
I think so.
And it's mandatory?
Mhm.
Wow, okay. Because I was like, look, for the my freedoms crowd, well, then at the very least, maybe make it an opt-in, and if you get one of those, you get like a fat insurance discount. I feel like that'd solve a lot. I mean, it wouldn't solve everything, but man, if it cuts down on, I think we can. I think we can all agree. Like wherever you stand on drinking and all that, can we all get together on the fact that nobody should drive while impaired? I feel like we can all get together on that one. And yeah, I know you can have somebody in the passenger seat just lean over and blow into the thing. Sure, of course, there's ways around it, but I gotta think it would reduce everything. Right now? All right, let's roll in. We got a special guest line. I have no idea what the hell's going on. Nobody's on the phone line. Hello?
Hello.
Hello, what are you doing?
I'm at Mac Media Day, and I just thought you'd like to see what was going on out here.
Oh my goodness, you're on. Yeah. I would actually. Let me catch up here. I can see on the monitor. Hey, look at Jason's. You're all logged in and on the thing. This is Jason live from Detroit, Michigan at Mac Media Day. How long ago did it start?
It's kind of underway, but I'm showing you in the background first. I know the lighting's not good. That's Comerica Park back there.
Oh.
Hey, if you're connected to Sac State, why don't you go and take a walk for a bit and come back later?
What's that mean?
I don't know what it means. I think it was something snarky Chris said, Jason. Look
Okay.
at that.
So we're inside Ford Field. Let me take you to the stadium.
Hey, say hi to Chris Granger.
Oh yeah, I will.
Isn't he out there?
Here's some TV set guys. These guys look like they're being real serious over here.
Oh.
Let's see. I don't know which coach they're talking to.
You just like roll into the middle of their interview and just be like, "Hey guys, who are we talking to? I'm live on Sactown Sports."
Yeah, exactly.
Just crash crash.
Here's
interview.
Ford Field.
Look at that! Wow. For those of you on YouTube, you can see that. For those of you listening on the radio, Jason is effectively FaceTiming us from inside Ford Field in Detroit for the Mac Media Day.
Yeah.
Well, how's the weather?
Oh, in comparison to New Orleans, it's fantastic.
You're wearing a hoodie.
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm totally comfortable.
Look at wow, that is huge.
Yeah, let's get some more Ford Field, some action signs.
It's so crazy, and I mean this with all. I mean this so unbelievably respectfully. But
One of those.
when you look at the setups for some of the folk out there, like that TV interview you were just doing, like out here, college football in itself is a struggle to cover. But not to mention the fact that look, all respect to the MAC, it's not the SEC, it's not the ACC, it's not the Big 12, Pac-12. It's a mid-level conference. But it just kind of goes to show you how huge college football is in certain necks of the world, where you're basically getting NFL-esque coverage out there for preseason, for media day.
Yeah, there's more Ford Field. I mean, this thing is legit. Sorry, Dave. I know you were looking late.
Oh, what? We're going. Oh, you mean we're not trying to? Trust me, we're trying to fill every minute possible, Jason.
Is there some sort of plaque to commemorate WrestleMania 23?
Oh, I should be on the lookout for that. I'm going to take the escalator.
How long are you in? You leave Detroit later today, correct?
Oh yeah. I'll be home tonight.
I'm trying to think. What is it? Isn't Detroit? Don't they have a pizza or like what would be the thing you have to eat in Detroit?
Oh yeah.
Isn't there
Isn't it Detroit style? Like, isn't that like square pizza kind of thing?
Yes.
I think it might be like a Detroit style square pizza. Well, if you get oh, look at that! Look at that! What is that? A parking? No. What is that?
So down here is where they're going to have the. Oh, let's get you some stingers up.
Oh, stinger. Let's go. Stingers up.
Oh, no, it just froze.
Did it freeze? No.
Sting table.
Oh, the stingers were frozen. Oh, there we go. There we go. Sorry, it froze for a second, Jason.
Sorry. Were they frozen?
Nah, we got you now. Look at that. Look at your whole setup. Are you seeing some fellow stingers out there?
Yep, they're here, and that's where back here is where the commissioner is going to speak. Let's see what's over here.
What is
Let's see
over
this
here?
trophy.
Yeah, let's see the
they're
big
playing for.
He's the commissioner.
Don Tondleton.
Oh, I thought it was Macklemore.
Who?
John McLemore.
All right, there's the man.
Look at that. Look at all that money. Look at all that. Look at all that.
That's going to look good in the case over at Sac State.
Yeah, it is.
Look what I found.
Oh, hold on.
I think it's the commissioner's teleprompter.
No way. Oh my God, you did.
Yeah.
Wow. Does it say? Is it welcome you personally?
Yeah, it's like first shout out to Sacramento's #1 sports radio show.
Yes.
Yeah.
We should get the. Hey, Jason, while you're out there, see if you can produce and get the commission to come on the show, talk about welcoming Sac State to the MAC and how excited they are to finally be a real football conference. Look at that trophy. Wow. The podium.
Oh, and he's gone.
And he's gone. Well, that perfect timing because we're late for break. What a great surprise that was. Good for Jason.
Well, I don't know if you saw me here earlier. I heard something, and I'm like, why is someone connected to our airline?
I just thought
Jason.
I thought you had a tick or something. I didn't know what that was. Okay. Well, Jason's out at the MAC Media Day in Detroit today. He'll be back tomorrow. Hey, you know what? I'm all for check-ins today. Maybe why not just bring us some Sac State guys? Let's do some live stuff. Let's make it happen. I mean, we're in the summer. Let's go. In the meantime, we got a lot to get to. We got some World Cup numbers that are in, so we can check that out. Alan feels worse about the Kings after Summer League. I saw this video yesterday. It caught my eye. I want to talk about it. The preseason schedule's out. We'll go over that later. We were going to do that yesterday. And Miami makes a boo-boo when it comes to the pending LeBron James announcement. Or did they make a boo-boo? Got a big show for you. Sit back, relax. We'll be right back after this.
Take Sactown Sports with you everywhere you go with the Sactown Sports app. The most in-depth coverage of the Kings and 49ers. A library of written and video content. And all your favorite personalities all in one place. Download the Sactown Sports app today and get in on the action. Your local sports leader. Sactown Sports 1140.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Bonnie.
I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA3 Weather Center. Welcome to your Wednesday. You feel it when you open the door. That Delta breeze is back. It's going to aid in cooling our temperatures quite a bit this afternoon. Those daytime highs will peak in the upper 80s to low 90s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA3 News and the KCRA3 app.
Oh, the Sacramento heat. Right now, get your AC professionally tuned up for as low as just $59 and enjoy your summer nice and cool. Plumbing, electrical, heating, and air, Bonnie.com. Summer restrictions apply. License 696-355.
Indeed presents hires you can't afford to get wrong, like a social media manager.
Did you just post our Q4 earnings to your personal social media?
Oh yeah, used a trending audio and everything.
That's confidential financial data.
Relax. It only went a little viral.
The SEC just commented with the eyeball watching emoji.
This is a job for sponsored jobs. This is what happens when you don't sponsor your job on Indeed. Next time, get matched with quality candidates with Indeed sponsored jobs. Visit Indeed.com/hire now and sponsor your job today.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Annie's first oil change wasn't as hard as she thought because she went to AutoZone, where a friendly AutoZoner helped her find the right oil and save on an oil filter. He explained the job and showed her free how-tos on AutoZone.com. When she was done, AutoZone recycled her old oil for free. Get a free oil filter and more during the Celebrate Free event at AutoZone, now through July 27th.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
This summer, there are 250 reasons to join T-Mobile.
Girls trip? Booked. And switching to T-Mobile helped make it happen.
With experience beyond, switch and get $100 back. Plus, $650 in value in built-in plan benefits. That's $750 in your first year, guaranteed.
And honestly, that $100 back, I'm putting it towards the zip line.
Now that's how you do summer.
Exactly. Best switch I ever made.
This is just one reason to join T-Mobile this summer. There are 250 reasons. Find yours.
Savings based on the value of benefits included with Experience Beyond, like entertainment and 1 year of AAA Classic and Dash Pass on us. Benefits may require activation. See plan for details. Get $100 via virtual prepaid MasterCard with eligible ported, no cash access, and expires in 6 months. Issued by Sunrise Banks, N.A. member FDIC. Allow 8 weeks.
Here's good news for folks who have a jumbo loan. The Loan Exchange, America's jumbo lender, is offering a 30-year fixed-rate loan at a 5.75% interest rate and 5.939% APR for loan amounts up to $3 million. So if you have a mortgage with an interest rate of 6% or higher, give America's jumbo lender a call at 833-436-8800. You drive around to find the cheapest gas, so why not refinance your mortgage? Every day you wait, you're wasting money on needless interest. Go to theloanexchange.com or call 833-436-8800 to find out what your savings will be with a new 30-year fixed-rate loan at 5.75% interest rate and 5.939% APR. NMLS 1637539. Loan subject to credit approval. See website for licensing information, loan terms and conditions. Equal housing lender. That's theloanexchange.com or call 833-436-8800 for a 30-year fixed-rate loan at 5.75% interest rate and 5.939% APR.
It's time to saddle up, Sacramento. It's Wild West Night with the Sacramento Rivercats on Saturday, August 8th at Sutter Health Park. Celebrate the Wild West in classic baseball fashion with themed fun and Rivercats baseball under the lights. Get your tickets at rivercats.com.
A Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
On Sactown Sports.
You never know if you can believe everything online you see. I don't know why this would get manufactured, though. I saw this yesterday. If it's true, congratulations to our old friend Tyrese Halliburton on getting married for him. Much love and long marriage, a long, happy marriage to the happy couple. Also, I saw them talking about this in the chat, too. Former streaking member, Joshua Kuroda-Grauer. Our thoughts are with him. Now, look, people want to laugh or whatever. He was diagnosed with a testicular contusion after exiting Monday's win. He's on the IL following emergency surgery for a ruptured testicle caused by a foul ball. He is apparently resting comfortably. He fell to the ground in pain. But here's the thing, dude. He stayed in the game and hit a single before being replaced at third base in the 6th inning. Dude, he stayed in the game with a blown testicle. Now,
wasn't that like Mickey Mantle's whole thing?
Mickey had a... Shut up. Okay, I got it. Took me a second. There was a catcher. Maybe it was a Dodger years ago that had this happen. I can't remember the cat. It was a catcher that had this happen. Look, ladies, obviously there's so many things you guys go through we can't identify with. I don't know what the equivalent would be for the lady. I don't. But every single guy listening has taken one in the berries. Hopefully every single guy listening, or at least the large majority of them, has never had their testicle rupture. I can tell you just from sports alone, is it an Eddie Murphy bit? You don't even have to get kicked square in it. You can just have it grazed.
Which was sometimes, it's the worst one if you had a friend that would like try and get you and they'd miss and you go like, haha, you missed, and then you just double over.
Yeah, exactly. And then this abdominal pain begins to grow and it's this dull, throbbing pain. Now, I've said before on the show, now, granted, I've never had it rupture, but I have been kicked in sports, soccer specifically, when I was younger, both in the, I've been kicked in 3 terrible places, actually. I've been kicked in the berries, I've been kicked in the twig, and I have also, how do I put this one here? Let me try to figure it out. I have been kicked directly in the balloon knot, the leather Cheerio. We all know what I'm talking about. Weirdly enough, that last one had the strangest effect because not only, and you're probably wondering, well, how did that happen? Somehow someone went for like a full kick, missed. I happened to, and the toe part of their cleats pierced the field goal poles, and I didn't understand it at the time. It was only after it was explained to me. I almost passed out, and it wasn't from pain, but something hurt really bad. But I remember standing there, and all of a sudden, it was like all the blood rushed out of my face. I felt incredibly cold, dizzy, and I literally had to go to one knee while play was going. I was like 12 years old. I had to go to one knee. I could not keep my balance. They had to take me out of the game. It wasn't from massive pain, even though it hurt, but something else. It was like my blood sugar dropped completely. I'll never forget this. And it turns out, I'm probably going to get this wrong. Maybe there's a medical person out there that can help me. There's some sort of nerve endings there. And they're in other places too. Like maybe if you bang your knee or something like that. I think if I remember correctly, it's called the vasovagal effect, something like that. That if you're hit in those nerve centers in just the right or wrong way, it can cause everything just drops and you can literally pass out. So in this case, this dude, our guy Josh, just thoughts with him, man, because his testicle exploded and he had to go have surgery. And I don't even know how that goes, nor do I really necessarily want to, but I'm kind of curious. Do they go in and what? Do you wrap it in yarn? Are there stitches? I can't imagine there's a cast.
Is it a Humpty Dumpty situation?
Where you couldn't put it back together again? Yeah. Is it just, are you done? Do they take it out? I mean, that's on the table, isn't it?
I hope it's not on the table.
Do they remove it? Also, do you add that to your collection? Like we were talking about yesterday? Is that?
Oh, what's that?
What's that? That's Mickey Mantle's exploded testicle. I actually have it in a. Oh, that's weird. It looks like an eyeball. Well, that's what it is. See what happens when Jason's not here. We spend an entire. God. So anyways, I know we're trying to be whatever because, we're all, the amount of people, including myself, that subconsciously or unconsciously cross their legs during that segment. But for real, dude, thoughts with Joshua Kuroda Grauer, and I hope he is resting comfortably with a frozen bag of peas or whatever you use, and is back sooner rather than later. And oh my God, the fact that he got a hit might be like Ronnie Lott having his finger cut off and playing versus Josh Kuroda Grauer staying in the game with a ruptured testicle and getting a base hit, which includes, by the way, having to run it out. That might be the craziest gamer story I've ever heard. I honestly don't know of it. Tell me a better one than getting a single in Major League Baseball while having a ruptured testicle. We'll take a break. Yes, ruptured testicle more. Mount ruptured testicle more. I can think of 2. When we come back, the Miami presser mistake and World Cup numbers are in next.
SactownSports.com is your online home for sports in Sacramento. Dive deep into the Kings, 49ers, Raiders, Giants, Athletics, and more with your favorite local personalities and some of the most trusted sports voices in the community. Stream Sactown Sports 1140. Watch original video content and read in-depth analysis all in one location. SactownSports.com. Your local sports leader. Sactown Sports 1140.
The Gold Rush Classic, where the stars and guitars shine. The Gold Rush Classic is a celebrity pro-am golf tournament, $1 million hole-in-one, a skins game, a celebrity draft party, and a concert featuring the Cripple Creek Band. The Gold Rush Classic raises money for Make-A-Wish, Jordan's Guardian Angels, First Tee of Sacramento, Rancho Murrieta Youth Sports, and other worthwhile children's charities. The Gold Rush Classic takes place August 6th and 7th in Rancho Murrieta. Come join the fun, raise money for charity, and play golf with a celebrity like Barnes, Fernandez, Jackson, Lloyd, Merriweather, Ostertag, Polanese, Sharp, Schumann, or our own Greg Vaughn. Golf and concert sponsorship are still available at goldrushclassic.org. That's goldrushclassic.org. The Gold Rush Classic is sponsored by Guzetta Jewelers, Roseville's premier jewelry store. They've got you covered for any occasion.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-330-8323 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-330-8323. That's 800-330-8323. What do you have to lose? Call 800-330-8323. Again, 800-330-8323.
Carmichael Dave here. So proud to talk about my new friends at Pest Pros, where they are family owned, they are locally rooted, and they are committed to serving Northern California. I got a mouse problem at my house, and I don't like mice. I got a cockroach problem at my house, and I don't like cockroaches. That's a real thing. You're going to get pest protection somewhere. Why not get it at a place that is locally owned and operated? Longtime Kings fans and partners and the community, yeah, you've spoken. They're back-to-back Sacramento favorites. So if you got pest control, you don't have Pest Pros. Step up to the pros with their all-star lineup. Don't just make the call, make the right call. Go to pestprosps.com, Sacramento grown, family owned, or call them at 916-588-9345. That's 916-588-9345. Step up to the pros at Pest Pros.
Hi, I'm Justin Gingery from the law firm of Gingery, Hammer, and Associates. When you have been injured by the fault of another, you will want advice you can trust. If you know an attorney you can trust, I hope you call that person. But if you don't, please call me. I promise I will be the attorney you can trust. Along with my partner and associates, I have been helping accident survivors recover for their injuries for over 25 years. And we can help you. There's no charge for calling, so please call us today.
When you get an injury, just call Gingery.
Hey, this is Jelly Roll. As many of you know, my song Winning Streak is about my own personal struggles with addiction. I first sought help for my addiction at 14 years old. Start your recovery journey. Choose a proven addiction treatment option that's right for you at ChooseChangeCA.org. The real you is worth recovery. Choose Change California provides access to proven treatment options for addiction to opioids and stimulants. ChooseChangeCA.org. This is your chance to recover your life.
waking you up with the best in local sports.
Just make it interesting enough. It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sactown Sports.
Also, shout out, although annoying and selfish, kids can be cool sometimes. Had a great time with Avery and Mason last night as they're getting ready to go back to school. Avery's leaving in a couple weeks. So we're trying to knock out some movies. I've got this movie list that I want to watch with them that I keep in my phone. So weirdly enough, I don't know how this happened, but they'd never seen Anchorman. So we watched Anchorman last night, and they really didn't know. Avery's first question is always like, when was this made? It's like, I don't know, late 90s, something like that.
2004?
I don't know. You're probably right. And we watched it, and dude, I've seen Anchorman 20 times. But watching it with kids for the first time, and that they've seen it, just reminds you of how stupidly funny that movie is. And I will tell you, my son, top 5 laugh I've ever heard out of Mason was last night when Jack Black booted Baxter off the bridge. Like, and when you think about it, we've all seen Anchorman 100 times. But when I had totally forgotten the first time I saw that scene and how absurd
and unexpected it was.
It was so unexpected, dude. And Jack Black just grabs the dog, and the best part is they don't even try to hide that when they go to the shot where he boots the dog, it switched to a stuffed animal. Like, they don't even try to hide it. And he goes, now this is happening, Broseph. And he just punts, and you see the dog fly off the bridge. And it's just so cartoonish and stupid. Like, I love animals. I would never want to see it. There's nothing funny to me about animal abuse. But they made it so, again, cartoonish that you're watching Baxter just fly over the bridge. And my kids, but my son especially, were just they lost like tears, like lost their mind as to how Baxter was the star of the show for them. From the wheel of cheese, and he pooped in the fridge, to him getting punted off the bridge, and then the very end when he brings it home and he pulls the pig and Babe talking to the sheep, when he barks to the bears to save Veronica Corningstone, and he's a friend of the bears forever. Shout out Baxter. Also, they loved Steve Carell. The Brick Tamland. I would say 2 things. Watching that movie 25 years later or whatever it is.
I was right, 2004.
2004, shockingly. 2 things. Number 1, I never realized this before, but Baxter being punted off the bridge was very similar to me to another scene from a comedy that I laughed super hard at, and I never noticed the similarities to Baxter being punted off the bridge and Nordberg being pushed down the aisle, and then same thing, flying off in this cartoon aspect of flying off as he gets flopped out of his wheelchair onto the field. I feel like those scenes are cousins to each other, number 1. And then number 2, Steve Carell's character, Brick Tamland, in Anchorman. I would love to talk to, Adam McKay or Will Ferrell about this someday. Number 1, was there any influence from Nordberg, or is that just a coincidence? Probably a coincidence. But secondly, I swear to God, Brick Tamland's character is, well, I guess he wouldn't be the son of, because it took place in the 70s or 80s or whatever, but that's Johnny from Airplane. It's the same type of character that you go to him for comic relief. He says something completely outlandish. He doesn't have a lot of screen time, but he steals every scene he's in. I Love Lamp, throwing the trident. I think between that movie and what was the other one Carell was in with the one with Jim Carrey? Was it Liar Liar?
No, he was in Bruce Almighty.
Bruce Almighty. And I remember seeing a thing where part of the reason Carell got the part is he was the only guy that could pull off the meltdown scene when he was on the air going, blah, 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 blah. He was the only guy that could actually pull that off.
I like the cha-cha.
such a good time for movies. Good morning, Tin. Welcome in. How are you?
Man, I'm good. Carmichael Dave and
Chris.
a lot.
Yeah.
And that was awesome for Jason Ross for checking in.
That was awesome. I enjoyed it myself.
Yeah, I don't got too much Detroit knowledge, but your story in the beginning captivated me about the kids and the teenagers in the pool.
Yeah.
So I had to relate that when Chris asked me what I was calling for, the coaching. Because a few years ago, when I was in Irvine, I became a swim instructor, but only for like a day or it was like I did one shift. You know, I got through the training, and then they put me out there, and they had this exercise called fishing. So they threw me in the pool with all these kids, and I had to find at least one to go along with me so I could like teach them how to like. I don't even freaking know what the whole point of it was. I'm not even a good swimmer myself. I was looking for a job. And so I had a, what do you call it? Like a leader that I was shadowing them. And so I had my objective was to grab, you know, a youth, an adolescent to come with me who was comfortable enough. And like none of them came to me. Like I was like just in this like this pool, this like jacuzzi, like really small, you know, like they had the lap pool, but then they had like this kind of lounge area too where they just like kind of hung around. And so I was in front of all these parents and like 20 kids in there, and like I was just trying to like go up to each and every one of them, and like they all turned away, man, and I just felt like a fool. And so I think how this relates is that, like, if you throw a coach in there that really doesn't know what he's doing, no one's going to respect him, man. You got to, like, I learned from that. You got to take on every mission, you know, headstrong, and you got to, you got to make them feel you. And so I just took that along on my journey of life.
Was there at any point where was anybody yelling out the word Marco?
Oh yeah, the Marco Polo. It was, it wasn't even all like funny. Like people were really there to learn how to, you know, float and survive. You know, if they were to fall off a boat or something, and like, yeah, I passed the swim test. That's how I got the job. You know, they had me like, you know, test my endurance, and I had to like dive underwater to fetch a brick, like a foam brick, but it had some weight to it. I barely passed that, almost drowned. Yeah, I was not fit for the job, man. And yeah, more importantly though, you gotta teach the minnows, you know, to be comfortable around you, and you know, I failed at that.
Listen, it's like they say, man, when the hand's on the other foot, you know, when in Rome.
When the hand's on the foot.
And when in Rome, you know, and it sounds like that's what you did, and that's all you can do, brother.
Listen, man, now, you know, it's just hands out wide, feet out wide. That's how you swim. You gotta move.
That's
all
right.
the limbs.
You gotta, you know what? You gotta grab onto the floaties in life. That's what I say. That's profound. On that note, we'll wrap up the first hour. When we come back, Jason's gone. That's what happens. Thank you, Tin. When we come back, 3 for Madness. We'll still get to all the other stuff we skipped over. Don't worry. I just like to push it forward. When we come back, reports say the Sacramento Kings will not be bringing Russell Westbrook back. Is it true? Is it not true? What does it mean? Fantasy football question and a couple other things for you. Coming up next.
This is Sactown, baby! Follow Sactown Sports 1140 on Facebook at facebook.com/Sactown Sports. To keep tabs on the Kings, 49ers, UC Davis, and the entire Sactown Sports lineup all season long. Facebook.com/Sactown Sports. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Bonnie.
I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. Welcome to your Wednesday. You feel it when you open the door. That Delta breeze is back. It's going to aid in cooling our temperatures quite a bit this afternoon. Those daytime highs will peak in the upper 80s to low 90s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
Oh, the Sacramento heat. Right now, get your AC professionally tuned up for as low as just $59 and enjoy your summer nice and cool. Plumbing, electrical, heating, and air, Bonnie.com. Summer restrictions apply. License 696-355.
Well, it's official. My friends have all switched to Pure Talk because I told them they could save a bunch of money on a super reliable high-speed network with unlimited data. And because they're my friends, they trust me. As for the rest of you, well, Pure Talk understands that even though you might like me, you're not just going to take my word for it, nor should you. For that reason, and for a very limited time, Pure Talk is offering any of their plans for just $15 a month for the first 3 months, including their top-tier unlimited plan that normally sells for $65 a month. Think of it like a test drive, a super simple way to save $150 while you kick the tires on Pure Talk's blazing fast network, and a fine way to see for yourself why I switched from big wireless, along with a few 100,000 of my closest friends. Dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and be connected to Pure Talk's friendly U.S. customer service team. Again, dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and let the savings begin.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, and Woodland. Chad, I have been told you're extending the 4th of July sales event because those deals are so darn good.
They were the best deals of the year, and we wanted to keep the savings going. Right now, you can save up to $17,000 off MSRP on new 2026 Ram 1500 crew cabs.
America loves Ram trucks, but what about my perfect truck?
We have you covered at Hoblet. We are truck people, so you won't find a better selection of new Rams with the features that matter anywhere. Plus, with almost 600 new Rams available, your Ram is waiting at Hoblet. Just one of the reasons Hoblet is consistently one of the top Ram dealers, not just in California, but the entire nation.
Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
17,000 total net savings after $41.62 dealer discount and $11,338 factory incentive. Incentives may include 15% below MSRP incentive, 1,000 Hoblet trade-in assistance with eligible trade, and 500 military bonus or first responder bonus for eligible members. 10th net savings, sample VIN 390660. See dealer for details.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Progressive provides protection for your boat and other outdoor vehicles so you can explore new things.
Oh, I can finally try pesto.
We meant like water skiing.
I've just never had pesto.
Or maybe take the boat somewhere new.
I mean, is pesto spicy or sweet? Oh, guess we'll find out, right?
Right. Bundle home or auto insurance with your boat, RV, or motorcycle and stay protected with Progressive while you explore.
I don't know. Maybe I'm not ready for pesto.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Not available in all states or situations.
Whoa, what's all this? These screens, the food?
All for the game, bro.
Dude, let us pitch in.
No need. I've got it all covered. With T-Mobile, I'm saving $1,000 bundling my wireless and internet.
No way. Really?
Yep, and the price of my plan won't change for 5 years.
Wow, I'm definitely switching to T-Mobile.
Goal!
Here to score big with T-Mobile. Families save up to $1,000 a year when they bundle fast, easy to set up, all-in 5G home internet with 4 phone lines on Experience Beyond. And your plan price? Guaranteed for 5 years. Stay connected con tu gente and catch every match with T-Mobile. Join now at T-Mobile.com.
Price guarantee on talk, text, and 5G data. Exclusions like taxes and fees apply. Savings based on third line free via monthly bill credits. Internet discount with $15 in monthly bill credits and auto-pay discount. Qualifying credit required. Credits may take up to 2 bill cycles and will stop if you cancel any lines or change plans.
Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Here's Frank LaRosa.
When your round is going bad, it seems like nothing works. So the So-So Golfer offers 6 tips to save the bad round. First, forget about working on swing mechanics. That creates headworms. Second, tee off with what's working. If your driver isn't isn't working, use a club that does. A 7-iron in the fairway is better than a lost ball. Third, play shots you know how to play. If your second shot looks like a big fade around a tree in the fairway and you just never practice that shot, leave it alone. Take your medicine and hit it back in the fairway. Don't overcomplicate the task at hand. If a simple bump and run will get your ball to the flag, don't try a flop shot that might only catch your buddy in the teeth. And don't give up. It's okay to get upset after a bad shot, but Tiger Woods gives himself 10 paces to vent, and then it's done. Good advice there. And most of all, have fun. It's a game. Remember, you'll have lots of time on the range to work out all those shot frustrations you find on the course. Smile, tip your hat, and get on to the next shot. That's your Golf to Go. I'm Frank LaRosa.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
Sactown Sports 1140, your local sports leader. 3 questions, 3 answers. It's 3 for Madness on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Here's question 1.
I'm going to find this for you guys here. I was talking to a friend during the break. We were talking about Josh Kuroda and playing through pain and how somehow we got on the subject of Wade Boggs. It's a long story as to why. The urban legend about Wade Boggs is that he once drank between 50 and 60 beers on a cross-country flight. Now, Wade was famous.
I heard it was over 100.
So we'll get to that. So Wade Boggs was famous for his superstitions. One of the great hitters of all time. If you grew up in the 80s, you knew you could pretty much write off the AL and NL batting titles for a long stretch to Tony Gwynn and Wade Boggs. They just go back and forth, batting like 340 every year. Wade would always eat chicken before every game. That was his big superstition. Chicken, chicken, chicken. But the beer thing was something that, according to teammates, the range was 50, 60, 70 beers. Actor Charlie Day from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia claimed that Wade Boggs told him that his record for a day is 107 beers. And in a 2025 video, Wade Boggs said it was 73 beers when asked directly how many he drank on the flight. Now, I did a little research, okay? 107 beers, we're assuming they're 12-ounce cans. That's 1,284 ounces of beer. There's 128 ounces in a gallon, which means Wade Boggs, had he drank 107 beers in a day, would have drank the equivalent of 10.03 gallons of beer in a day. Dude, can you even drink 10 gallons of water in a day? I mean, probably.
If I really wanted to.
I guess. I don't know how I'm calling BS, dude. If you told me, I've heard the stories of Andre the Giant, right? And I believe that because Andre the Giant was a massive mountain of a human being. But Wade Boggs, God, was he even 6 feet tall? No, he was 6'2", 190. Okay. Dude, I'm sorry. 57 beers on a cross-country flight. You got to think the maximum cross-country flight in the major, because he's in Boston. So let's say
to Seattle.
Boston, Seattle, or probably Boston to L.A., wouldn't it be?
I think that was the story.
Oh, that's what it was?
Or maybe it was Boston to L.A.
Oh, either way, you're looking at, even with winds, you're not going over 6 hours. It's usually 5 hours and something up to down. So let's just go with 6 hours. That's 360 minutes.
From my understanding, though, it was he drank after the game, drank on the bus to the flight.
And then drank on the
flight. And then drank on the bus to the hotel and then continued drinking.
Because if you just did it on the flight, here's the math there. That's 1 beer every 4.93 minutes. So 1 beer every 5 minutes. You got to think, even if you factor in the other stuff, you're talking about a 1 beer every 10 minutes for about 7 to 8 hours. I mean, dude.
In my youth, I could probably do it.
Really? I saw once it's so funny how alcohol has been a part of the show in many different ways. I once saw the craziest thing. By the way, not one of the friends I was speaking of earlier, but two of my high school friends, Brett and Colin. I've mentioned them on the show before. We were at Laurie's Shack on Greenback, and they did this thing called the Century Challenge. And it was basically you drink a shot of beer every minute for 100 minutes. Mm-hmm. Now, listen, dude. I have since high school watched both. I've told stories on the air. They're the two biggest drinkers I've ever met. I've watched them put away all kinds of forms of alcohol for days, hours, I don't know how they physically do it. They both made it through. When you think about, okay, a shot of beer, it's not a lot. It's a gulp. Every minute for an hour and 40 minutes. It doesn't seem like it's that difficult. But, dude, let me tell you, when we were getting into, like, shot 80 plus for these guys, it was getting really interesting, man.
Really?
Yes. They were feeling really good. Really good.
Because a friend of mine, we did it, and it wasn't like we're done. And like, okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Both of them. Now, I don't know how much they'd pregame.
Because that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Like, I went in.
But woof. You went in dry?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No, I think they were lubed up a little bit. Either way, my goodness.
Now, if you go in with that attitude, I could definitely see.
They were donezo. By the end of the day. Actually, that was the same day that we had one of them, we used to make up games. It was like 2 a.m, and we had one of them bar rags, the white rags that you wipe a bar down with. We used to have this game where we get the rag soaking wet, and then we had these big, thick rubber bands they use for cash, and we tie like 4 rubber bands really tight around it to make kind of like a baseball, and we'd go out in the parking lot, and we'd start just throwing the ball around just kind of hang out or whatever. And I'll never forget to this day, from about 20 feet, it's the greatest throw I've ever made in my life. My buddy Colin was talking to this girl, and he wasn't paying attention. And he was just, the front of his body was just facing me. And from about 20, 25 feet away, 4 witnesses, dude, I launched about a 95-mile-an-hour fastball that honestly might have put him in the hospital for the same reasons as our other guy. Just hit him right dead center in the schmeckle. And to this day, he has not forgiven me for that. 3 for Madness, question 1, please.
Reports yesterday stated the Kings will not be bringing Russ back. Thoughts on this?
When you say Russ, are you saying Russ Westbrook? Just want to be clear.
No, Russ from the YouTube.
Okay. Oh, gotcha. I haven't seen Russ in a while. Especially with all the World Cup stuff. What's going on with that, Russ? You okay? I'm not surprised. First off, we have not confirmed this, nor have I tried, but haven't confirmed this. I've not reached out, so I'm not trying to, break any news here or confirm any news. That being said, I'm in no way surprised, and we talked about this last year. It would be strange for Russ to the only, and everything I'm about to say, I want to say with 100% respect to Russ and to the Kings. That none of this is meant to be disrespectful at all. I think if the Kings were open to it and were Russ's only opportunity to play in the NBA, I think he'd come back. But I think the Kings are looking, and they're like, okay, we needed a point guard last year, and we had one. You remember the whole Dennis Schroeder thing, and they wanted to give Doug an actual point guard that he could trust on the floor, an extension of the coaching staff that could run the offense. Malik, Devin Carter, they just weren't true point guards. So that's why they went with that, and then it became apparent very quickly that Russ and Dennis was too much in the backcourt, so Dennis moves on. Now they have Darius Acuff, and they're giving him the keys, to the castle. And I think in their mind, let's just talk about Russ for a second. Russ outplayed his contract last year in every possible way. Any doubts you had about Russ Westbrook going into last year and how that would work on the Kings? I honestly think he's arguably the biggest bright spot the Kings had last year. It was a story in itself. He was a mentor. His teammates adore him. He played his ass off. And I think especially for a guy that's made over $250 million in his career, that could stop playing. He could have stopped playing before last year, and he'd be a first ballot unanimous Hall of Famer probably. But he played on a 22-60 team as if they were 60-22. You couldn't tell the difference. He didn't lollygag. He didn't take plays off. I mean, if he did, I didn't notice. I'm not saying he was perfect. I'm not saying he did make mistakes. I'm not saying any of that. What I'm saying is I think any expectations we may have had about Russ Westbrook going into last year were far exceeded. And I think he earned every penny of his check and then some. Well, now the Kings have turned the page. They got Darius Acuff in. They're trying to move on and really continue the rebuild, and part of that is by giving the youth the keys to the castle, as I said. And also, I think Russ deserves better. You know, he's obviously at the end of the road here. If not this year, I would imagine next year being his final season. Maybe we've already seen the end of Russ. I don't know. But I think it's just one of those things where, as somebody who has become a Russell Westbrook fan even more from him being with Sacramento, I don't want him on the Kings next year. Dude, go some playoff team has to have room for Russ Westbrook. Even if it's 15, 20 minutes a game. Good locker room presence. An extra coach. A guy who can say, I've been there, done that. He's done everything but win a title. Everything but win a title. There's got to be a use for him, and I don't want to see him wasting away on a team that's in full rebuild mode. So I truly, the headline is this. I hope that report is true. I hope the Kings are done with Russ Westbrook, or Russ is done with the Kings, but I think that in itself is disingenuous. When you say, well, the Kings are done with Russ, it makes it sound like, the Kings have had enough of Russ. I don't think that's the case at all. Nor do I think Russ has anything but love for the city and for this franchise. But it's just one of those things where it just serves both parties' interests now and future for him to be elsewhere. And I hope he finds that spot. And I hope he excels and succeeds. I'd love to see him get a ring. And I think every time Russ Westbrook comes back to Golden One Center, again, assuming he's not back as a King next year, I think anytime he comes back to Golden One Center, I think he's getting a wonderful round of applause from this city. I think he's got a city full of Kings fans that absolutely love the guy. And he's going to go down as, per capita, probably one of my favorite Kings of all time. For the amount of time he's spent here, 1 year, I'm going to remember that year when you think about even like the Vince Carters of the world and, you know, super studs that have come in for a brief spot. And I loved Vince being here, but man, I thought Russ was fantastic last year. So because of my love for both the team and for Russ, I hope that report's true. I said many times last year, I don't see him coming back next year. I hope that's right. I hope he does move on, and I hope it's bigger and brighter for him. Question number 2, please.
Question 2.
When is the ideal time to have your fantasy football draft?
Hey, good question. Thanks. I was thinking about this yesterday because I got the first email. Many of you are getting it. You know, hey, it's starting to look at the draft. If you're in a keeper league, who are your keepers? You know, whatever. Now, the start of the season, you know, New England, Seattle kicks off in Seattle, September 9th. So we're still a ways away. What are we here? That's a Wednesday. So let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 7 weeks from NFL football. God, that seems like a long time. But it's not. 7 weeks. And then you got the Niners and the Rams in Australia at the Melbourne Cricket Ground.
Melbourne.
By the way, Rams favored by 3.5 in that one. Here's the thing. Unless maybe there's a mitigating circumstance I'm not aware of. But if you're drafting any time before Labor Day weekend, you're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. The season starts September 9th. Labor Day weekend, you get a nice 3-day weekend, the 5th, 6th, and the 7th of September. It's the perfect time. Now, some people have family stuff going on Labor Day. Okay, fine. So then you either do it just before Labor Day weekend, meaning that Thursday or Friday, or you do it on the 8th, that Tuesday. Now, for those of you who have in person, which is sad, that is one thing that it's great. Fantasy football and sports in general have become so much easier being able to do it online. But man, I miss in-person drafts. I've only got one league left where we even try to do in person. That's always, to me, that's my favorite. That is my favorite part of the season. It really, truly is. We give out our trophy from the year before. We mock and punish whoever was last the year before, and everybody is just grilling each other, dude. You're just making fun of people and talking garbage, and everybody has a championship team at the end of the draft, and they're talking smack and making little side bets. It's just not the same it's not the same talking smack through a computer chat room that nobody pays attention to. Oh, here's a frown emoji. What are we doing here? Oh, we picked him 5 rounds early. I mean, do that in person. But as far as timing goes, there's so many things in football that can change, whether it's last-minute cuts, obviously injuries, depth chart issues, guy getting the starting gig you didn't think, or they're announcing a backfield by committee, or whatever it may be. If you're drafting before Labor Day, you're doing it wrong. And by the way, I haven't talked to him yet, but I hope Dave Richard will join us once again for, God, what has it got to be now? The damn near 20th year? Something with 15th year, 20th year? I am 63 years old. Yeah, well, either way, CBS Sports' Dave Richard will join us probably starting, third week, fourth week of August, as we get our fall schedule back together with a lot of familiar names and maybe some new ones for you as well. Question 3, please.
Question 3.
Do you think you can ever get into fantasy soccer league?
I know they exist. I don't know. I don't know how, though. There's so little scoring. And really, what else do you measure? I mean, does it get deep where it's are you drafting defenders and they're scoring against based on goals given up or duels won? With sure, with your midfielders and your strikers, you've got assists and obviously goals, clean sheets for goalies, but so many of these games are 1-0, 2-1. Even if you're drafting, obviously, The only way I could see is maybe if you draft it's just all strikers. And you just but then the scores would be so. I just feel like soccer doesn't lend itself to the traditional fantasy outline. So I don't know if any of you out there have ever experienced fantasy soccer or anything like it. I mean, maybe you draft a team every week, and it's like one of those football manager things where however that team scored that week with all the players you put in, however they did individually, add them all up, and I truly don't know. I really don't. Or maybe everybody can draft everybody, so Chris can have Erling Haaland and I can have Erling Haaland, but it's a salary cap situation. Chris, have you ever even heard of less participated in fantasy soccer of any kind?
That's not interesting to me, but the people I follow, there's some that have it. There's something with you make a player a captain or a super captain or something so that you triple their points or double their points in a game. So I know that's one way to make it more interesting.
Interesting. I don't know, man.
But I'm one of those weirdos where I couldn't pick a player of another team and root for them.
Is that the case for you in every fantasy sport?
No.
Just soccer?
Yes. I only play soccer. Well, I don't play soccer. The only one I play is football.
But it doesn't bother. Who even is your football team?
I don't have a football team.
My
fantasy football team is my football team.
I got you. Speaking of soccer, It's always nice. It's always nice to see different things that happen after major championships, whether it's a World Series, Super Bowl, in this case a World Cup. A couple of players from Spain are from the same hometown, Los Palacios y Villafranca, located in Andalusia in the south of Spain, is really good at producing footballers. They've now had 3 World Cup winning players come from their town, which has a population of about 35,000 people. So think like what, Roseville? They were given
gross.
They were given their weight in the other thing the town is noted for, producing tomatoes. There's a picture showing the two of them I'm looking at right now holding boxes with their weight in tomatoes given to them. I'm trying to think if that's a good prize. Because this one guy weighs 185 pounds. Fabian Ruiz. What are you doing with 185 pounds of tomatoes?
Now, is that where they do the tomato fight thing in Spain?
Oh, where they throw the tomatoes at each other? No, I think it's... I mean, it just says they got their weight in tomatoes. Now, look, let me tell you something, man. Tomatoes from that... what are the ones I like from Italy? They come in the yellow can. San Marzano. But they got to be like specifically from the San Marzano region. They're the best tomatoes I've ever had. Those are the ones I love to make salsa out of. But I imagine these tomatoes are pretty badass too. I'm just thinking, dude, you got the better part of 200 pounds of tomatoes. What the hell are you're canning? I saw a food video once, and it was this Nana from Italy, this grandma, and every year they have this big, and I'm sure this happens all over the place there. But they have this big thing where they have this giant, it's like, how cool does this sound? It's a one day a year, and they get all the tomatoes from all the gardens and all that. They grow tomatoes and basil and all this stuff, right? And they have this giant vat, I mean a vat, that they have this like propane flame underneath. And they basically effectively make this red sauce, spaghetti sauce, whatever you want to call it, fresh. Gallons upon gallons upon gallons upon gallons, right? And then everybody brings the mason jars they had from the year before. And the whole point of it is that they make hundreds and hundreds of cans of fresh red sauce to tide them over for the year, take home, whatever. And then they use the leftovers, and they have just a giant spaghetti feed with this fresh sauce, pasta, salad, bread, all. It's like a big festival thing that this family has, which, by the way, I think just sounds amazing. Imagine looking forward to that every year. I think that's what you do with 185 pounds of tomatoes. Honestly, you have to do that. You're basically canning. You're making sauce. That's it. You're making sauce, maybe a salad. I don't know. I think tomatoes are one of the things that you can that actually hold water, no pun intended. We'll take a break. When we come back, let's clean some stuff up. World Cup numbers are in. The Miami presser mistake. Some more thoughts coming out of Summer League. We'll do all that next.
Take Sactown Sports with you everywhere you go with the Sactown Sports app. The most in-depth coverage of the Kings and 49ers. A library of written and video content. And all your favorite personalities all in one place. Download the Sactown Sports app today and get in on the action. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Elk Grove Honda.
I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. Welcome to your Wednesday. You feel it when you open the door. That Delta breeze is back. It's going to aid in cooling our temperatures quite a bit this afternoon. Those daytime highs will peak in the upper 80s to low 90s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
Cheap, cheap. That's the sound of savings happening right now at Elk Grove Honda. For more than 50 years, Elk Grove Hondas are still cheap, cheap. You'll find us under the flag in the Elk Grove Auto Mall, Highway 99 at Elk Grove Boulevard. Elk Grove Hondas are
cheap, cheap. Everywhere you look, things are getting more expensive. But at Consumer Cellular, we're lowering the price for those 50 and up. Now you can get unlimited everything for just $35 a line. That's $35 a month for unlimited talk, text, and data. Switch to the carrier ranked #1 in network coverage and customer satisfaction and get unlimited everything for just $35 a month. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit Consumer Cellular online or in-store today. Price includes $5 credit for autopay and e-billing. Taxes and fees apply. Data speeds reduced after 35 gigabytes. Rankings done by 2025 ACSI survey.
Doug. Limu and I created a trick to help you remember that you can customize your car insurance and save with Liberty Mutual. You see, the shirts Limu and I wear are yellow, and yellow is the color of lemons, and lemons grow on trees, and trees provide oxygen, and oxygen helps us breathe, and breathing is how you live, and you can live more life when you save money by customizing your car insurance. I agree, Limu. It's really quite simple. Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Capital Casino is conveniently located in downtown, 411 16th Street, and has been a part of the greater Sacramento area for over 20 years. They offer the best variety of games in the region in a safe and friendly environment, and there's plenty of parking, all well lit and monitored by security. Come have a great meal at the cafe and restaurant inside. Capital Casino has the best food, the best service, and the best action. But please always remember to gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
This summer, there are 250 reasons to join T-Mobile.
Girls trip? Booked. And switching to T-Mobile helped make it happen.
With Experience Beyond, switch and get $100 back. Plus, $650 in value in built-in plan benefits. That's $750 in your first year, guaranteed.
And honestly, that $100 back, I'm putting it towards the zip line.
Now that's how you do summer.
Exactly. Best switch I ever made.
This is just one reason to join T-Mobile this summer. There are 250 reasons. Find yours.
Savings based on the value of benefits included with Experience Beyond, like entertainment and 1 year of AAA Classic and Dash Pass on us. Benefits may require activation. See plan for details. Get $100 via virtual prepaid MasterCard with eligible port and no cash access and expires in 6 months. Issued by Sunrise Banks, N.A. member FDIC. Allow 8 weeks.
Wow, what is all this? These screens, the food.
All for the game, bro.
Let us pitch in.
No need. I'm saving $1,000 bundling my wireless and internet with T-Mobile. I've got it all covered.
Goal! Here to score big with T-Mobile. Families save up to $1,000 a year when they bundle 5G home internet with 4 phone lines on Experience Beyond. Compared to regular rates after third line free on Experience Beyond plan with internet bundle discount via monthly bill credits and auto-pay discount. Credit stop if you cancel or change plans.
The only place in the morning to get your sports fix.
Live and local.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Welcome back. Hey, a quick fashion question. If they were a gift, I'm a little unsure of myself today. If they were a gift, is it acceptable to wear Minecraft shoes when you're a middle-aged man?
Dork.
That's weird because I fully expected you to be like, oh man, no, that's cool.
Actually, I'll let you get away with those because they match your shirt.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I was excited, is because I have a lot of this Huddersfield.
And here's the thing:
gear.
I wouldn't know it was Minecraft unless you said.
Yeah,
so.
I wouldn't have. It's actually a character in Minecraft, Griefer.
Oh,
I don't. My kids explained it to me, but it's these Hey Dudes, which is our sponsor over there, our kit sponsor, and they just happen to match. I don't know exactly, but You'd have to look really hard to see that they don't match. So, yeah. If I were to go pick if we were in school, I would go pick the kids up from school today. Maybe I'm like the cool guy. Hey, look at that cool dad. He's got Minecraft shoes, dude. It's so amazing. I want Mario Brothers shoes. Now that would be cool. I think they exist too, by the way.
I paid my taxes.
That's one of the many marks of life where I knew I was over the hill is when the whole Minecraft thing. My kids would play that all the time with their friends. I don't get it at all, dude. I've watched hours of Minecraft. I do not understand how that's a thing.
I was over at my cousin's house, and their kids are all in the living room, and they're playing a game and stuff like that. And then I realized that they didn't have any. I'm like, how are you doing all this? So where's the controller? And they're like, oh, no, we're just watching people play.
Yeah. Yes. That's so funny you say that. The idea of watching people play games. Now, look, I've gone online because I love to play video games. I've gone online when I'm stuck somewhere.
How did they get past this guy?
Let me pause. Oh, here's the name of the part of the game I'm at. Let me see. Inevitably, somebody's there. I use it a lot when I play the Zelda games, and I got to find out how the hell to get it. And inevitably, it's some stupid puzzle where you hit the thing and the light shines, and you got to pull the thing out in the right order and make the sun touch the moon and some garbage. I hate that stuff. I've never been a puzzle guy. I don't care. Just let me shoot things. But I'll see these kids, mine included, you're watching these guys that are really good at a game. You don't even own the game. You're just watching them play. And what the hell's the point? But then, as my daughter explained to me one time, and she doesn't really play, but she just has a way of cutting through. And she goes, Dad, you built your entire career about watching people play games. Like, you literally built your whole life and our lives, in a sense, around watching people play basketball that you're not playing. Like, what is the difference?
And then you said, get your stuff and get out.
That's exactly what I said. I said, that's enough. It's enough out of you. That's enough lip. Go do the dishes, idiot. Hey, guess what? Those games are paying your tuition, kid. But I also felt really seen, dude. I felt really seen when she said that. I was like, yeah, that's you kind of just owned me, dude. Anyway, World Cup numbers are in. Holy crap, a lot of people watch the World Cup, dude. Not that we didn't know that, but weirdly enough, to the chagrin of some maybe, you got to say the World Cup was a success. I mean, not that it was perfect, not I'm talking about on and off the field. And yeah, look, there's things we can, most all the games were sold out. They made a ton of money. The ratings were tremendous. The final between Spain and Argentina drew 39 million viewers with a peak of 51.5, which easily set the record as the most watched English language soccer telecast in U.S. history. Telemundo, of which that's how I watched the final. Truly, I did. I didn't understand 90% of what Andres Cantor was saying. True, total facts. And no offense to the American announcers, who I think did as good a job as you possibly could. But just, I'm sorry, the Spanish, for some reason in soccer, the Spanish language broadcast just sounds better to me. And man, when a goal happens, I'm here. I'm here for it 100%. So Telemundo, now this is Telemundo, this is American viewers that just switched to Telemundo, 22.6 million, putting the total number of, so think about that, 39 million English language, 22.6 Spanish.
Do those numbers count streaming?
So here's what's interesting. Because yes, sort of, but where it gets really interesting is they're saying, okay, it was 60 million that watched. By the way, Fox averaged almost 8 million for the 104 broadcasts overall. That was up from 3.6 million in 2022 and 2.7 million in 2018.
To be fair, for those 2022 numbers, that was when it was in Qatar and the games are starting super late.
That's a very, that I will accept that, to be fair. That is a very good point. But here's what the numbers still can't really show is the amount of people viewing that were at watch parties, sports bars. I mean, hell, I said I was watching on an island in Mexico surrounded by a couple thousand people. I don't know how that, I mean, that was in Mexico, obviously, so I don't know how that works. But the rating, we can't really talk about it. It's always a sticky situation. But I will just say this. The way that ratings are gathered, I will not get into the process. I will not make anything specific because I don't want to get in any trouble. But the way ratings are gathered for TV and for radio makes the census look like the most absolute technological breakthrough ever. It's honestly insane the way they sample, how much weight is put on certain things. Like, it really is insane. That being said, good point to point out, we are the number one rated sports show in any time slot, according to Nielsen, and we appreciate that in the entire city, and thank you for that. That by the way, is, I think we're approaching a full year straight of that, if not longer. So, thanks. I got to find out when have we been number one for because everybody can have like their little bumps. I want to find out. I wonder how long it's been because we pretty much dominated that for a while. I want to know. I got to find out. I got to talk to Rich Wagon. How long have we been number one in mornings for sports shows? And how long have we been the number one sports show in the city? We got to be approaching, if not we've broken a year. We got to do something fun. Maybe we'll do a listener party. Maybe that's what it'll be.
Biscuits and gravy.
Maybe we'll do biscuits and gravy when we hit 1 year straight of being the number one rated sports show in the city. Maybe it already happened. Anyways, World Cup, my goodness gracious. It's interesting seeing how I feel really bad for my English friends because I've also watched, and I commiserate with a lot of them both in person and online, and how they have taken the World Cup. Because I got to tell you, at least over there, and I'm not speaking for everybody, but I will say the majority, the vast majority, hate the Americanization of, as they call it, of the World Cup. The biggest controversy of the whole thing were the hydration breaks.
I am for those when needed.
Sure.
Like the idea that they were doing them in dome stadiums was ridiculous.
So let's talk about it. If you don't know what we're talking about with the hydration breaks, just basically it effectively divides the game up into almost quarters, 4 quarters. You've got you take the hydration break right around the midpoint of the first half, right around the midpoint of the second half, and then, of course, you have halftime. Obviously, the hydration breaks were originally, for just that, so players aren't getting overheated, and modern medicine understands that you need to stay hydrated. It's very dangerous. But in this case, these hydration breaks, they made a ton of money off of being able to squeeze in a sponsor for the hydration breaks, and then 60 seconds of commercial spots for every hydration break. That's 2 extra breaks per match, 104 matches. You get the point. That's a lot of dough. So there is a financial aspect. But I got to be honest, man, from a viewing aspect, too, it doesn't really bother me. If you throw out the one argument I don't like to accept in these conversations is, well, that's just the way it's been done. Or that's never been, I don't care about that.
Yeah, but you didn't have a problem with it because you're used to that.
Yeah, you're probably right. I think you're absolutely right. But what I also don't have an issue with either is, okay, it's effectively a timeout. So you get 2 timeouts during a game to kind of, give these guys a breather, let them get their energy levels back up a little bit. I'd much rather see guys that have their wind and are able to do what they do on the pitch than, be all, they're tired and they're lagging around. Like, okay. Gives you a chance to go over some tactics a little bit. other than just throw them out there for 45 plus, come back in for halftime, throw them out for. If it hadn't always been done that way, I don't think too many people would care. Because to Chris, your point, they'd be used to it. I don't have a problem with that. But the other problem is ticket prices. The halftime show and the final, hated that. Wayne Rooney actually said, I thought it was crap. And I think that's a very big difference between and I do feel bad for our English friends, only in the sense that, like, guys, I don't know what else to tell you, man, and I don't say this in a neener way. I'm just saying it in an objective truth way. Like, it's all coming. It is all coming. You know, I think over there, their idea of soccer or football, as it is you get your local team that your dad and your grandpa and your great-grandpa rooted for. It's basically your de facto family sports religion. And you go to the pub beforehand. You tie a couple on you go watch the footy on a Saturday or Sunday. You go to the pub, you watch, you get with your mates. You're all sitting together and have been for years. You scream until your voice is done. Halftime, you go double fist a couple beers because you can't drink in your seats over there. And then afterwards, you have a few more. You talk about the match. You go home. You have a big greasy dinner, and you wake up and you got Sunday before you go back to work. That's the tradition. So when it comes to integrating new things, like, for example, I know this from personal experience having tried it. Halftime show. Don't need it. How about some fireworks and some loud noises and some music when the players come on the pitch? Nope. We're going to sing. And we're going to sing if we feel like singing, if they're giving us a reason to sing, if they've been playing well. Now, who am I to poke at the tradition? But with the amount of money that America has helped show the world that they can make even more money, one thing we're really good at, it's maximizing profit. They're going to take all that and they're going to bring it over there. And with the American influence that's happening in European football, you don't see a lot of Europeans coming over here and grabbing NFL, NBA teams. What you are seeing is a lot of Americans going over there and grabbing up teams because they're priced out over here. I don't see it going the other way. And I think that's slowly but surely going to piss off a lot of traditionalists, if you will, over there. It already is.
It's making a lot of us mad over here.
Yeah, but why are you mad?
Because one of the best things about watching European soccer is it's not like American sports. There isn't this commercialization of everything.
I think what it is in part two, and I know we got a break, is I think a lot of people over here that are European soccer fans are at their core personality the different ones.
No.
The different ones.
No, you're thinking of the loud ones.
The ones that are the contrarians.
See, you're thinking of loud ones.
I'm thinking of people that want. I like it because it's different over there. Because in general, you want to be different. They're the same people that like the random band nobody's heard of, and when that band gets big, they get pissed off and don't like the band anymore.
Oh, did the band change to get bigger?
Maybe, maybe not. Still the band.
I was a big fan of Coldplay. Then they decided they wanted to be U2.
You know, I don't hate that take. I don't. I love Coldplay, but you're right. There's like Coldplay 1 and Coldplay 2. When they started getting into techno and naming their songs.
Here's the bad thing. They had an album kind of in the middle of everything called Ghost Stories, which kind of like took everything like out of what they were doing. It's like, this is incredible. And then they went back to what they were doing.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Once I think it was about a good 3-4 albums in were phenomenal. And then that's when bands get rich and they're like, we want to do our own thing. We want to do something different. We're bored. It's like, no, bro, can you just do Yellow? Can you do Clocks, please? The Scientist? Thank you. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll wrap up the hour. Summer League MVP. Why does Alan feel worse about the Kings after Summer League? And let's define what you're looking for next year. We'll do about it next.
Follow Sactown Sports 1140 on Instagram and X at Sactown 1140 to see the best moments from all your favorite shows and up-to-the-minute live reactions and updates on the Kings, 49ers, and more. That's at Sactown 1140 on Instagram and X. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
Have you seen The Odyssey at the Esquire IMAX Theater? Director Christopher Nolan shot every frame entirely on 1570 IMAX film, and Sacramento's Esquire IMAX Theater is one of only 40 theaters in the world showing The Odyssey in brand new IMAX film technology, as Nolan intended his epic film to be seen in IMAX format.
No one could stand between me and home, not even the gods.
See The Odyssey for the first time or again, and lock in your seats for the best movie experience only at the Esquire IMAX Theater.
Country in the Park 2, presented by your California Army National Guard, October 23rd at Hart Health Park at Cal Expo with Bailey Zimmerman, Russell Dickerson. Plus more. Enjoy line dancing, live DJs, mechanical bull, and food trucks. Tickets start at just $70. Country in the Park 2, October 23rd at Hart Health Park at Cal Expo.
Brought to you by Hyatt Vacation Club and Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. More info at CITPfest.com.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight illnesses like pneumococcal pneumonia and RSV. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and can help protect you from getting really sick. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. See more at PfizerForAll.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
The one and only Monster Jam. Big air, backflips, and all-out racing. See the world's best drivers tear up the dirt in your favorite Monster Jam trucks. The fun begins at the pit party, where you can meet the drivers, get autographs, take pictures, and see the trucks up close. Get your pit party pass at monsterjam.com today. Must step out of it ticket to enter pit party. Restrictions may apply. Rules and activities are subject to change. Visit website for event details. Coming to Golden One Center August 15th and 16th.
The IRS finally caught up with Louie.
I hadn't paid my taxes in 8 years. I owed the IRS a lot of money.
Louie was in deep trouble.
We're going to take your house, put a lien on your bank account, garnish your pay. They don't care. They're going to take your paycheck.
Louie found out about Optima Tax Relief, the leading tax resolution firm. A-plus rated by the Better Business Bureau, they've resolved over $3 billion for their clients.
Optima Tax, they help me. They calm me down. They make me feel comfortable, and I trust them.
Louie has a lot to be thankful for.
I don't owe the IRS anymore, and I'm able to live a comfortable life, a lot better life. It was because of Optima Tax.
For tax help you can trust, call Optima now for a free consultation. Take it from Louie.
If you owe the IRS, don't go it alone. Give Optima Tax a call. They can help you.
Call 800-375-2322. 800-375-2322. 800-375-2322. Optima Tax Relief. Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram in Woodland. Chad, I heard you're extending the 4th of July sales event because the deals were so good.
They were the best deals of the year, and we wanted to keep the savings going. Right now, you can save up to $14,000 off MSRP on new 2026 Ram 2500 and 3500 heavy duties. Plus, save thousands more with 0% financing for 60 months.
Wow, $14,000 off MSRP and 0% financing. That's crazy.
At Hoblet, our goal is to get you the hard-to-find heavy-duty truck you need at the best price possible. Plus, we have over 600 Rams available.
Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection, and now unbeatable interest rates. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
14,000 total net savings on select new 2026 Ram 2500 Laramie after $9,500 dealer discount and factory incentives. Incentives include $500 on-the-job upfit with eligible upfit, $1,000 Hoblet business owner bonus with proof of business ownership, $1,000 Hoblet trade-in assistance with eligible acceptable trade. 0% financing for 60 months on approved credit through SFS. $16.67 per thousand borrowed. 10th is net savings. See dealer for details.
Carmichael Dave.
He has very good sources and he just kind of tells it as it is and gets to the point.
Jason Ross.
He has a lot of pretty smart things to say.
He's good at what he does.
On Sactown Sports.
Just check the instant messages on my social media. And I got a couple of emails here too, so why not? I'll narrowcast to 4 people. Get a pen and paper out if you care. We were talking about canned tomatoes earlier. That just sounds hilarious in prime time on a sports show. You know it's July. We were talking about canned tomatoes earlier, and I've gotten a different variation from many people of canned tomatoes and salsa. Like, what is that? What's the recipe? Here, I'm going to give you the easiest, best. No, I won't say best. Salsas are a very personal thing for a lot of people. I'm going to give you the easiest, tastiest salsa recipe you got. And, of course, adjust it how you wish, okay? You start with whole peeled tomatoes. That's where you get into the canned tomatoes, whether you do it yourself in a jar. I use San Marzano tomatoes. They're a little more expensive, but I promise you it's worth it. The whole peeled tomatoes, they're in the yellow can, okay? You got to look for the yellow can, the certified San Marzanos. They're at Safeway and Bella. They're everywhere. If you're going to you want to keep a nice batch, so get 2 cans of that. This is the simplest, easiest recipe you're ever going to hear for salsa. Throw the canned tomatoes with the juice in a big bowl, Tupperware, whatever you want, okay? Take 2 things of scallions, green onions, whatever you want to call them, and chop them. Chop them all the way down to the nub. That's the green and the whites. Throw them in there. You can take fresh, or in this case, you can take a couple of tablespoons of garlic, if you will. Throw a couple of tablespoons of garlic in there. Not powdered. You want the chopped kind. Okay? At the store, there'll usually be a section in the spice rack where you can get like a 99-cent bottle of dried oregano. All right? Pour the oregano in your palm. You got to flip the thing open so it doesn't come out of the little holes. You want to put like a ping pong ball sized lump of dried oregano in your palm, and this next part is very important. Then put your hands together and rub your hands together like you're Mr. Miyagi trying to heal Daniel-san, okay? And slowly let the oregano wake up in your hands. The friction will make it warm, and let it drop very slowly. The whole thing should take you a good 60 seconds to do if you're doing it right. Let the warmed, woken up oregano, okay, drop into the bowl. All right? Salt to taste. I go heavy black pepper. Normally I would say fresh ground, but in this case, the smaller the better. Just throw in a couple of handfuls of pepper. About a 1/4 cup of either fresh or jar, doesn't matter, lemon juice. Okay, you got everything in the bowl now, okay? Give it a little stir, and then this is the best part, put your very clean hand in the bowl and break up the whole tomatoes with your hand. Just squeeze them together. Pro tip, keep your entire hand underwater, under the liquid, please. Otherwise, you're going to squirt tomato juice all over the place. And just break up the tomatoes until they're around chip size. And you're going to want chunks. You just don't want huge chunks. Just keep doing it. Should take you a minute or 2. Stir it up. Give it a nice stir now. Combine everything. That's it. That is it. Good tomatoes, couple of scallions, garlic, dried yet woken up oregano, salt, pepper, a little bit of lemon juice. Now, if you want to put jalapenos or peppers, you want to spice it up, and that's your taste. I'm giving you the base, the foundation. Throw that in a mason jar, a couple mason jars. It gets better with age. You got it's the best salsa you can make. It's amazing salt. Now, you guys might have better salsas. There may be better salsas. I'm sure there are. But I'm telling you, that is the easiest foundational salsa recipe you're ever going to hear. And I'm telling you, if you use San Marzano tomatoes, you'll taste the difference. That's it. That's it. I had like a 3-minute segment. I had to fill it. We'll take a break. When we return, why is Allen sad about the Kings more after Summer League than he was before? See if we can find that clip on YouTube, Chris. I know it's there. I saw it yesterday. What do you define? Like, why does he feel that way? Why do you maybe feel that way? Why you shouldn't feel that way? Preseason schedule and a lot. We'll get to a lot of that. Kings related coming up next.
Follow Sactown Sports 1140 on Instagram and X at Sactown 1140 to see the best moments from all your favorite shows and up-to-the-minute live reactions and updates on the Kings, 49ers, and more. That's at Sactown 1140 on Instagram and X. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-8157. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-8157. That's 800-575-8157. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Wow, what is all this? These screens, the food.
All for the game, bro.
Let us pitch in.
No need. I'm saving $1,000 bundling my wireless and internet with T-Mobile. I've got it all covered.
Goal! Here to score big with T-Mobile. Families save up to $1,000 a year when they bundle 5G home internet with 4 phone lines on Experience Beyond. Compared to regular rates after third line free on Experience Beyond plan with internet bundle discount via monthly bill credits and auto-pay discount. Credit stop if you cancel or change plans.
With 25 award-winning years in Northern California, Ashton & Price is your local injury law firm. Pro attorney tip, if a firm presents it's local but they're in LA, red flag. If your first consultation is not with a lawyer, big red flag. At Ashton & Price, your first consult is with a local attorney, and if serious injury prevents travel, a lawyer will come to you. Still not enough? George Washington's my uncle. At Ashton & Price, no red flags, just red, white, and blue.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton & Price.
This is Sactown Sports 1140.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave.
What's up? It's Matt George.
What's good? It's Alan Stiles.
With the most trusted voices in the community.
This is Jason Ross.
Hey, it's Kayla Anderson.
It's Whitey Gleason.
Ready to help promote your business, both as partners and customers. All you have to do is ask. Pick up the phone, dial pound 250 and say, grow my business to get connected with a team member today. That's pound 250 and say, grow my business. Our team will review your product, quickly pair you with a perfect endorser, and create video and audio samples, all at no cost or obligation to you. With the most live and local on-air lineup, a dynamic content-driven website, and a state-of-the-art mobile app, Sactown Sports 1140 is tailor-made to help you connect with a sports audience in Sacramento. So why wait? Dial pound 250 today. Say, grow my business, and let us help take you to the next level.
KHTX
KFGK HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
Sactown Sports 1140, your local sports leader.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are halfway through the week. Your week! So right now, I need every single listener on their feet. Callers, texters, YouTubers. Make some noise for Sacramento's favorite sports morning show. Carmichael Dave, Jason Ross, and the man behind the glass, Chris Verla.
Welcome back. Hey, just went by our big boss's office. Going down to talk to Scott Marsh. Saw the big boss. Tonight's Media League, so the world's buzzing. Media Golf League. I don't know how long he's had this for because I've been gone the last couple of weeks. Chris, how do we feel about? So there's the one thing when somebody has like the stand-up desk. Like I get it. Like you don't want to be too sedentary. You keep the blood flowing and all that. But I go in there, hey, what's going on? He's got a little treadmill. And he's just walking. And you can hear it. Wing, 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 wing. Is that overboard?
Yeah, that's cool.
It's just healthy?
Yeah.
Well, can would that work for us? Could I do this?
We could try.
Could I do
Should we do a walkathon? But we all just stay here on a treadmill.
You know what? We got our thing coming up this fall with the Children's Miracle Network that we're going to be doing some stuff with. Maybe that's part of it. Maybe we get if there's a way to show like because I'd be willing to go buy them. I'll do that part. If they have those little desk treadmills, but like you can show like how much has been walked over so we started at 6 a.m. and then we see how much we can walk over a 4-hour period at our desk. It look kind of funny on YouTube because we'll be doing, this the whole time. But then we get pledges per mile. I don't know how much you could walk over 4 hours. Now Jim's down there walking. He'll be riding in the cart with me tonight, so you could just walk the golf course, I guess, but it's going to be a lot hotter. Also, I wonder, do you sweat? Or is that just an easy way to burn calories? Because if that's the case, I'm in. MC says you don't do salsa, Chris. Is that true?
I don't know what that means.
Somebody said not to say this on the radio, but I don't know why they said a swear word. That's why. They said the intro after the break has me pumped for the day. What was the intro?
It's our Wednesday Fresh intro.
Oh, I got you.
Which is kind of important for us to.
Meanwhile, I'm downstairs fascinated by a treadmill.
I made it work.
Thank you. From drunk neighbor John, Sam Amick's neighbor. Glad you never visit Sam after all. No cilantro, no lime juice, no roasted jalapeno. Mixed with your ogre hand. Stay up there. Now, listen, I said this is a base.
I know I'm shamelessly pumping the poll here.
It's a base recipe. Now, I will put fresh cilantro in there. Some people don't like cilantro. They think it tastes like dishwater. I leave it as a base. I'll also chop a jalapeno and put it in there. I'll mince a jalapeno, seeds and ribs and the whole thing. I'll put that in there. Yes, I prefer lime juice, but most people have lemon juice. They don't have lime juice. And yes, I'll roast the jalapeno. By the way, you know what else I put in there? Roasted poblano. So just calm down. Everyone's bitching about how I didn't put any. I gave you. Did you not hear when I said this is a base salsa recipe? Add into it whatever you want. You want to put habaneros in there? Go for it. You want to slice a little mango and make it fruity? Go for it. It's a base recipe. You dingalings. Very frustrated. All right. Alan, did we find that clip, by the way? I can find it if you
do.
Okay. Alan, I saw this because I like to watch other shows and highlights and stuff. Shout out to Frankie and Chris and Brennan and everybody in our digital team for putting everything together. You can check it out at YouTube on the Sactown Sports page and or the app as well. If you don't have the Sactown Sports app, then boy, you're missing out. My goodness. It's like not having electricity. And I saw this pop up, and it was like, Alan style. You know, I think the headline was like, Alan feels worse about Summer League or the Kings now than before Summer League. So let's give a listen. Here's what Alan said on the air, I believe, yesterday.
Because of that, I actually feel worse.
Really?
I do. Every team that the Kings played, it felt like, again, can't change the past. I understand that. But it felt like every team the Kings played had just a couple first-rounders hanging around that are now 22 years old, starting to find their way. And we were having to not make excuses, but explain why the Kings are losing these games. And these are teams that also have better or more cohesive older players or vets that weren't even there. They play the Wizards. Oh, man, well, the Wizards have different guys. Like Will
Wizards
Riley
have been
and
tanking for years.
I understand that.
And those
but
efforts
that's what I'm saying.
I'm not disagreeing
right.
with you. Those efforts are bearing fruit.
Right.
If I may mix my
Yes.
metaphors.
Yes.
The Kings finally, after years, decided, all right, we're going to jump in the pool. They get in, and it's, all right, everybody out of the pool.
Right.
We're draining the pool.
Exactly. We got to clean the pool. The
Like
Grizzlies.
Brendan last week when he's trying to go swimming, and the pool guy comes.
That's right. You got to go.
The Sack Shack.
The Grizzlies, who you've talked about, they look like they're in a great spot. Even the Jazz, right? The Jazz have, I know people cringe at this term, but Jazz almost have a mini version of a two-timeline situation going on here with Jaren Jackson Jr. and who they obviously drafted and some of the young guys. So the guys that they've played, and I know some of them are Eastern Conference, so it doesn't matter, but just out of the guys that they played, you look around and to your point, the teams that have been in the tank and are finally coming out of it, you look at what other teams are putting on the floor, and then you look at what the Kings are putting on the floor, and it's a
little sobering.
It's some second rounders, some undrafted guys that got some opportunities. Anik Clifford, Darius Acuff, 7th pick. You got teams that already had other picks, and then they add in a top 4 pick. Like the Grizzlies, didn't they have 2 first-round picks somehow or whatever the case was? So I definitely left Summer League feeling worse. I'm going to be honest with you.
The thing is I don't disagree with the meat of what Alan and Whitey were saying there. And by the way, I'm not trying to pick on anyone. I'm using this because I think this is a semi-pseudo-popular thought amongst Kings fans. I think there's a lot of people that listen to that and go, yeah, I feel the same way. What I would like to remind everyone, and they kind of hit on it a little bit, is if you're coming out of Summer League feeling more disappointed or worse about the Kings than you did going into Summer League, my thing is not that you're wrong. You're 100% correct on the other side. My issue is, what the hell were you thinking going into Summer League? What are you expecting? Is there just something amongst Kings fans and maybe some of us in the media? And by the way, I'm not judging, I'm not picking on anyone. I'm truly asking. I'm not Billy Badass. I'm not the king of all, I know what's going on. But is there something amongst us that just we shut off the logic part of our brain when it comes to the teams we root for or cover, where you can't see the I'll go back to last year. I'll go back to this time last year. And all we were preaching on this show was, guys, this year's going to suck. It's going to be bad. This is not the year you think it's going to be, if you think it's going to be a good year. And we didn't know Sabonis was going to get injured. We didn't know Levine was going to get injured. We didn't know Keegan Murray was going to get injured. I had this team pegged around 30-ish wins, low 30s. And by the way, and I believe had we gotten normal health out of those 3 players, they would have peeled off 8 more wins. I don't think that's outlandish. But the amount of vitriol and anger, of which I think there's less of it this summer, but the amount of pushback, I was like, what are you talking about, dude? It's not, let them get on the floor. Let them play at least first before you write the year off. Season ticket holders that were like, dude, what are you doing? Why am I tuning into the flagship of the Kings, listening to you in July tell us that we need to tank, the team sucks? Like, what an insult to the team. How disrespectful can you be? It's like, bro, the job here is to be honest and tell you the truth, number one. And number two, open your eyes. Open your eyes. The job, and again, this sounds like I'm talking about Allen and Whitey. I'm not. They do a wonderful job. I'm saying the job in general is you got to be realistic, man. I would like to offer this up again, and I will say this 50 more times before October. This team is not going to be good this year. They're going to be bad again. They may even be more frustrating at times because while you're going to have the excitement of a Darius Acuff, maybe an Emmanuel Sharp, maybe we see DeAndre Hunter. I mean, there's a lot of potential things going on here that could be good. There's going to be the whole, Zach LaVine scored another 30. What'd that do for us? Why is this guy getting all the shots? Sabonis, blah, blah. You're going to have public enemies number 1, 2, and 3 here. Plus, we're not even talking about Malik Monk and what's going on there and how this is all going to fit and blah, 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 blah. This is another year of a slightly less mishmash team. If you are going into the season, like our guy Tortilla Jackson here, as I like to call him, says no need to stress about being bad before it happens. Might as well be optimistic while we have the time. You know what? I love that comment. I truly do, because I think sometimes we hear what we want to hear, and that's going to help me cut to the point. The first line of that comment is no need to stress about being bad before it happens. That's my point. Don't stress about it. There's no stress. I'm not stressed. They're going to be bad. Just accept it. Just accept it. And the problem I have every year with this Kings fan base, of many of which I love so much, most of which, all of which, is that you set yourselves up for this failure every single year because either you don't listen or you just don't want to subscribe to the way of thinking that I continually tell you, that the way you need to think. Expect failure. Expect the team to be bad. Expect far more losses than wins. Expect disappointment. If you're on the fence about a player, expect them to be on the wrong side of the fence. 2 things happen. Number one, you protect yourself a little bit more. The higher your hopes are, the harder it's going to hurt. Why is this such a tough concept for some people? The higher the pedestal, the more pain you're going to be in when you fall off of it. So keep the pedestal low. Keep the expectations low. You know what happens if you're wrong? You're pleasantly surprised. Oh, I didn't expect that. I didn't see that coming. Do you think that the excitement or fun that you're going to experience if for some reason the Kings pleasantly surprised us and won, let's say the Kings win 50 games next year, and you're going in and you think they're going to win 25. Is there any part of you during the course of the year when they're winning more games than you thought they would that you're going to go, it's just not as fun because I thought they were only going to win 25? Of course not. It's better. It's better because you expected less. Think about that. How many times have you gone to see a movie? I'll use Top Gun Maverick. I always do. I had no expectations for it.
Dork.
You're going up against Top Gun. You can't possibly do that well. It's going to suck. It's going to be Tom Cruise is going to be like Jerry Rice on the Broncos, just trying to make some coin. This movie's going to suck. I had negative expectations for Top Gun Maverick. You know what happened? I loved it. And part of it was my whole mind was, my entire body was open to anything good. Can I hold on to anything I'm going to enjoy about this movie? I ended up enjoying the whole thing. Was at any point my enjoyability experience lessened because I went into watching Top Gun Maverick thinking it was going to suck? Oh, it's good, but I really thought it was going to suck. Like, why is this such a hard concept for people? And then what happens is you get your expectations so sky high, and by sky high I mean mediocre. And then shockingly, the Failey thing happens. And you go, I can't believe it. And I look at the people that legitimately believe this, go, hey, man, you got to put positive thoughts out there. You got to be optimistic. You never know. You don't know. But you play the odds emotionally. You guys are always putting everything on black. What are you doing? If you felt worse about the Kings coming out of Summer League, then your expectations were way too high and they need an adjustment. This team's not going to be good. They're mismatched. Hopefully by the end of the year, they will have in excess of $75 million coming off the books between DeAndre Hunter and Zach LaVine alone. Pop that over 100 if they're able to trade Sabonis for expirings. This whole entire project has been broadcast at full volume a minimum of 2 years just to get out of salary cap hell, of which up until the DeRozan thing, the Kings were the number 2 or number 3 team in payroll in the league on top of sucking. I'm just saying. Stop having expectations. What happened in Summer League that made you feel worse? Other teams had more first-round picks and vets. You're giving the keys to a 19-year-old kid who's never played in the NBA before and asking to run the offense through him with a bunch of people that have never played with him before. What could possibly go wrong? Oh, and by the way, you want him to shoot the lights out. You want him taking 20, 25 shots a game. What could go wrong? You're going into the year next year with a backcourt whose defense makes Swiss cheese look like Parmesan. And what I mean by that is like the Parmesan when it's a wheel and it has no holes in it. Probably a bad analogy. They have no defense. They have no defense. They have negative defense. They've got volume shooters that, for the most part, do not shoot well. Let me save you guys a lot of time. Zach LaVine's going to lead this team in scoring next year if healthy. Domantas Sabonis is going to lead the team in rebounds by a wide margin. Max Reynaud's numbers and minutes are going to go way down because as long as Sabonis is on the team, he's going to take the bulk of the playing time. You're going to have DeAndre Hunter and Keegan Murray switching between each other, running the wings, and they will both almost certainly have mediocre seasons. All right? You're going to have Zach LaVine in a contract year, definitely getting into his bag, definitely trying to show out, and he's going to have some phenomenal games, and he's going to put up the best year he's had as a Sacramento King statistically. And you're going to have Darius Acuff, who's going to average 17, 18 points a game, and he's going to probably shoot in the low to mid 30%, or mid to high 30%. That's your season, and you're going to probably win 30 games, give or take. Give or take. And when I say give or take, I mean give or take 5 games. I just outlined next year for you. Alan's in the chat. Hey, Chris, Alan's in the chat. Let me see here. Saying I feel worse about the Kings after Summer League doesn't mean I thought they were going to be good. Those are two different things.
So he thought that they were going to be not good and they're worse than what he thought.
Yeah, is that what he's saying?
That's what it sounds like.
I just don't know how you look at what happened in Summer League and go, like, what happened in Summer League that you didn't expect? Or more to the point, what did you expect to happen in Summer League that didn't happen that made you feel worse? I'm not trying to invalidate what Alan thinks. I'm really not, truly, honestly. You want to talk about a light at the end of the tunnel, as the chat says? Yeah. Yeah, at this pace, there's lights. Darius Acuff is hopefully a light. Getting that salary freed up is a light. I think we last year went through an exercise where we looked at all the teams right now, whether it's San Antonio, Detroit, OKC to a point. We looked at them to see how many years it actually took before they got better when they were truly rebuilding. And I think the average was 3.5 to 4 years. Your hope, and one thing Alan brought up that we've talked about quite a bit, and I couldn't agree with more, your hope is by the end of the season after this next one, not the end of this season coming up, 2 years from now, your hope is that you look something like Utah does right now, Atlanta right now. How long has it taken Utah? And by the way, Utah sucked last year record-wise. We're talking about a team. I'm talking about a team as an example that last year finished 22-60, tied with the Kings. And Utah's future right now is about 200 times better than the Kings. They have advantages over the Kings in just about every single way. But how long has Utah been doing this? And that's with Danny Ainge, who built a champion in Boston. Utah was 17-65 the year before that. Utah was 31-51 the year before that. That's 3 years. Okay? Utah was 37-45 the year before that. That's 4 years. Utah was, 49-33 the year before that. Okay, so 4 years. 4 years it took to get Utah to this point. And by the way, they were 22-60 last year. I'm assuming, and I think rightfully so, Utah's going to be quite improved next year. They're going to be my San Antonio Spurs pick for most improved team. They're not making the finals or nothing like it. It's not going to be like San Antonio. I'm just saying they're going to be improved, provided they're healthy. Took them 4 years with a world champion general manager. And by the way, something we're forgetting, our big piece to trade was De'Aaron Fox, and we got a top 3 most toxic contract in the NBA. I don't need to tell you that.
Ironically, Fox's might be the next toxic.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Fox, yeah, you're right. What did the Utah Jazz do? They took Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert and traded them for a combined 8 first-rounders, to which Danny Ainge has been holding on to these, and he's turned them into things like Jaren Jackson Jr., and then he just pulled the Walker Kessler move and got even more. That's how you rebuild a team. I'm telling you, the best case, again, barring they get the number 1 pick in the next Wemby or Cooper Flag, whatever. The best case scenario for the Sacramento Kings, the best case, is they're a playoff team, like a good, solid, up-and-coming playoff team in 3 more years. Just so you understand what I mean by that. I mean, next year, not good. The year after, not good. The year after that, no. The year after that, yes. That's the upper end if everything goes. And you're talking about drafting. Doesn't have to be perfect, but more hits than misses. You're talking about trading. You can stop about free agency. Again, we that's the ultimate Linus Lucy football Charlie Brown thing. You can put all your hope and all your, you can pump up all you want, Neat Clifford and Dylan Cardwell and Keegan Murray and on and on and on. And by the way, I hope you're right. I want them to succeed. I absolutely want them to succeed. I would just remind you that once upon a time, we were saying the same things about, again, Keegan Murray, Ben McLemore, Willie Cauley-Stein. I was reading DraftGates the other day when everybody was talking about how Willie Cauley-Stein is the ultimate rim runner combo to go with DeMarcus Cousins. And what a pick it was. For miserable Niner fan, I think people expected our rookie to be Allen Iverson right off the bat. Yeah. I mean, look. From the 916, Dave really needs to stop lecturing Kings fans about how long we should be prepared to suck. Bad look. Look at these, dude. What are you talking about, bad look? What does that even, this is what I'm talking about. What does that even mean? Because you don't like hearing it? Show me where the words are hurting you. It's so weird. You're taking it as like condescension or preaching. Bro, I'm trying to help you. If you want to put the purple sunglasses on, if you want to drink the purple Kool-Aid, and you want to continually fool yourself because you can't handle the hurty words, wrong show, dude. Now, granted, Jason's going to be he's going to have more of an optimistic, positive look than I am. There is that balance, and he's not here today. You need to stop lecturing. You wouldn't have these same words if I was spending this entire segment talking about how we need to be more positive. It's so funny how people will take issue with things people say if they just disagree with them. You wouldn't have an issue with me lecturing if it was all positive. We know how to prepare to suck. You might, sir, and you might, ma'am, but you don't deal with the bulk of the fan base like we do. I assure you. There are many, many, many people in this town that are torturing themselves by chasing perpetual optimism. And if you haven't figured out at this point that it's not a bit I'm doing, optimism when it comes to this team is just you setting yourself up to be disappointed. If you haven't figured it out yet, you just want to be stubborn because you saw some TED Talk or Anthony Robbins telling you how you got to be positive and you got to your positive thoughts will materialize. No, it won't. It's garbage. I know you don't want to hear it. I know it's depressing. You want me to lie to you? Stop being optimistic when it comes to the Kings. Expect failure. And you'll never be disappointed. You'll only be pleasantly surprised. That's my TED Talk. We'll take a break. When we come back, hey, Kings preseason schedule's out. Let's get excited about that. We also got some other stuff to clean up as well, including an either-or NBA edition. We'll do that next.
Follow Sactown Sports 1140 on Instagram and X at Sactown 1140 to see the best moments from all your favorite shows and up-to-the-minute live reactions and updates on the Kings, 49ers, and more. That's at Sactown 1140 on Instagram and X. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
Hey, this is Jelly Roll. As many of you know, my song Winning Streak is about my own personal struggles with addiction. I first sought help for my addiction at 14 years old. Start your recovery journey. Choose a proven addiction treatment option that's right for you at ChooseChangeCA.org. The real you is worth recovering. Choose Change California provides access to proven treatment options for addiction to opioids and stimulants. ChooseChangeCA.org. This is your chance to recover your life.
Have you seen The Odyssey at the Esquire IMAX Theater? Director Christopher Nolan shot every frame entirely on 1570 IMAX film, and Sacramento's Esquire IMAX Theater is one of only 40 theaters in the world showing The Odyssey in brand new IMAX film technology, as Nolan intended his epic film to be seen in IMAX format.
No one could stand between me and home, not even the gods.
See The Odyssey for the first time or again, and lock in your seats for the best movie experience only at the Esquire IMAX Theater.
Maida Subaru says yes to big savings on the new Subaru you want during the sizzling summer sales event on now. Visit MaidaSubaru.com today for special spring savings on over 225 new and certified pre-owned Subarus.
Made a great deal at Maida.
Sacramento's best selection, best quality, and lowest prices on kitchen and bath products are at the new Anova Cabinet and Stone. For a limited time, get stunning new quartz countertops starting at just $159. That's right, only $159 for gorgeous quartz countertops. Listen to this. For a limited time, cabinets for kitchens and bathrooms are up to 50% off. Yes, up to 50% off new cabinets. It's a must-see, the new Anova Cabinet and Stone at Florin Road and Highway 99. Learn more at AnovaCabinetStone.com.
Bring the entire family out to Sutter Health Park for Sacramento River Cats baseball. From exciting action on the field to smiles in the stands, it's the perfect place to make family memories. Plan your next family night out at the ballpark. Get your tickets at rivercats.com.
Is the volatility of the stock market driving you crazy? Is your retirement account sinking, yet you're getting older and you're starting to worry about, will I have enough for retirement? What about the money in the bank? These banks pay nothing these days. How do we get growth to get to retirement account? It's simple. Move into gold and silver. Want to know how to do it? Listen to my show, Striking Gold, with me, Kenny Michaels.
Here's the deal. The government is over $38 trillion in debt, which means the IRS isn't slowing down. And the tax code is complex and unforgiving. So it's not surprising if you're one of the millions of Americans that owe back taxes to the IRS. Unfortunately, they're the world's most powerful collection agency, with the ability to garnish your wages, seize your bank accounts, and even take your home or business. But don't be stressed or worried any longer. We're Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm. We have resolved over $3 billion in tax debt for our clients. Our award-winning professionals deal with the IRS every single day, protecting our clients and preparing them for the best possible resolution. For tax help you need, for tax help you can trust, give Optima a call today.
Call 800-375-2322. 800-375-2322. 800-375-2322.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Capital Casino is conveniently located in downtown 411 16th Street and has been a part of the greater Sacramento area for over 20 years. They offer the best variety of games in the region in a safe and friendly environment, and there's plenty of parking, all well lit and monitored by security. Come have a great meal at the cafe and restaurant inside. Capital Casino has the best food, the best service, and the best action. But please always remember to gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
In celebration of 80 years of 49ers football, Sactown Sports is counting down 80 of the most memorable moments that have shaped the team's storied legacy and winning tradition. Here's today's faithful flashback.
Number 36, Harbaugh hired as head coach.
8 straight years without a trip to the playoffs is very rare for the 49ers. Dennis Erickson, Mike Nolan, Mike Singletary, and Jim Tomsula couldn't break through, but Jim Harbaugh did. Jim Harbaugh was hired as the head coach of the 49ers on January 7, 2011, signing a 5-year deal worth $25 million. He transitioned to the NFL after 4 successful seasons at Stanford, and in his 4 years with the Niners, led them to a record of 44 wins, 19 losses, and a tie. They had 3 trips to the playoffs and 1 trip to the Super Bowl, where he lost to his brother John Harbaugh and the Ravens.
Faithful flashbacks on Sactown Sports 1140. The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
On Sactown Sports.
This is the first text I see. What an egotistical joke. How much do the Kings pay you to be a shill? So at first I'm like, is this are you being facetious? Talk about real news. Why is Bobby Jackson gone? Afraid you might ruffle Doug's 94 feet feathers? Or give Scott 6 pillars Perry heartburn? There's more to that story. Where's the spin on this, Dave? Typical. You're selling preseason tickets, lambasting fans for their expectations and avoiding real news. That's from Phil. Well, first off, thank you for signing your name, Phil. Secondly, Phil, and listen to me closely, dude. I hope to God you don't have a job where you operate heavy machinery. I hope there's no one you're surrounded by in your life that looks to you for guidance or direction. Because either I was going to give you credit and say you must just be blunt. And I'm looking at some of his other texts, and this seems to be a running thing with him and other shows, that everyone's just shilling and no one wants to talk about the real news. But the fact that he put in lambasting fans for their expectations, that tells me that's scary. That tells me you listened to the last segment. And if you listen to the last segment I just did, and you took from that I'm shilling for the team, and trying to sell preseason tickets, I can't even help you, dude. You're too far gone. You need a couch and a professional. And you really need to step away from radio and think about how you process information. If you're trolling, well done. Honestly, well done. Well done. You got me. But I don't think you are. I can smell trolls. I can smell trolls. Dave, if what you're saying is true, then move Keegan Murray. He'll be past 30 before he turns around. Losing is our normal. That's our problem. Joe from the 530. Joe, you can't move Keegan Murray. I hate to break it to you, but you have, and by the way, I'm not saying you should. That's a whole different, conversation. What I'm saying is that ship sailed, dude. That ship has sailed. Keegan Murray's extension kicks in next year. It's not a horrible extension, but he's going to be making $25, $26, $28, and $30 million over the next 4 years. So when I say you can't move him, I take that back. You could, but I think you're getting pennies on the dollar.
I'm still thrown by you're trying to sell preseason tickets.
I honestly, Phil, I promise you, as long as you don't swear and we can have a good back and forth and not just a yell fest, I'll give you the floor if you want to call in 1-800-920-1140. I honestly want to know what the logic behind that is. Now let me address some things he said, by the way.
I'm kind of thinking of just like a ticket rep calling someone just like, hey, just wondering if we can get you signed up for Tickets for Kings. Just to let you know, not going to be good this year. Not going to be good next year. But you're really going to want to get tickets for this year because of 3 years from now.
I just said they won't be good almost certainly for 3 years. And at best, they'll be in Utah's spot. Now, you can paint that as being pessimistic. That's fine. I hope I'm wrong. But I'm not. How is that selling tickets? Now, by the way, I'll sell some tickets. I'm not saying you shouldn't go. Look, the experience in itself is, let's be honest, for Kings fans, it's the experience as much as the basketball is the reason you go. Also, there's something about coming up with this team, and I think Scott Perry's doing a great job. I do. I think Scott Perry has done the best with what he has. Has he been perfect? He has not. But I think he has come in and he has put an adult face on the front office and you didn't hear any of the drama last year. I think he's doing the best with what he has. I think he's created a couple of first-round draft picks. I don't know how Caravan's going to do, but that's one of them. And obviously, Nick Clifford last year. I think he got a gem in Max Reno. I think he's doing what he can to be frugal. He's got a lot to clean up. Now what was some of this other stuff Phil was talking about? Why is Bobby Jackson gone? That happened while I was gone. And to be honest, I don't know. Thank you I will check in. My guess is, knowing Bobby, look, you got a shelf life, man. A lot of people are taking it as like, the defense sucked. It's Bobby's fault. They can't. I don't know that to be true or false, but I'll check in. I'll call Bobby. He might have gotten an offer somewhere else. Maybe it's something with his family he wants to spend. There could be 100 reasons why it's not always a conspiracy. I'll find out. As far as 94, I'm going to ruffle Doug or Scott's feathers.
Maybe Bobby got offered a ton of socks.
I don't know, dude. I mean, look, I can't sit here and say I don't know. I haven't talked to Bobby or anybody else, so I can't sit here also, to be fair, and say there's not more to the story because I don't know. But look, man, coaches leave all the time. Coaches come all the time. Tickets on sale now. I don't know. I don't know how to. Come on, Phil. I even texted him back the phone number. From the 530, perfect is handling situations as best you can. Scott Perry has been perfect even if he's made mistakes. He fixes them when he recognizes them. That's perfect. Well, there you go. Time will tell. Time will tell. I think Phil dislikes your salsa recipe. Yeah, you might be right. We'll take a break. When we come back. All right, let's clean some of this stuff up here. What's hot, what's not? We'll go streaking. And also, Matt George texted me a question about that previous segment as well.
Me, Maddie.
We'll be seeing Matt and Kayla coming up in about an hour. So sit back, relax. We'll be right back after this. Word from my good friends at Hoblet Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep Ram, and Woodland. We talked about Jeeps yesterday. Hey, let's talk about Rams. Now, I told you he didn't need much convincing, but Chad Hoblet, he's extending those 4th of July sales event deals because those deals were so good. You guys loved them so much. Best deals of the year. And they want to keep the savings going. So right now, you can save up to $14,000 off MSRP on new 2026 Ram 2500 and 3500 heavy duties. Save thousands more with 0% financing over 60 months. That's 5 years, 0% financing. $14,000 off MSRP and 0% financing. That's crazy. But at Hoblet, the goal is to get you the hard-to-find heavy-duty truck you need at the best price possible. They've got over 600 Rams available. So your new Ram is waiting right now for you at Hoblet. If you've been looking to upgrade, now is the time to do it and save big, big, big at Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram and Woodland. Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection, and now unbeatable interest rates. Nobody beats Hoblet, period. We'll take a break. Come back. What did Matt ask me? What did he text me? What question did he have? I'll tell you next.
Like and subscribe to the Sactown Sports 1140 YouTube channel at Sactown Sports 1140 to get the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Matt and Kayla, and the Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Alan Stiles on demand and at your fingertips. Get your fix of the Sacramento Kings, 49ers, Giants, Athletics, NFL, NBA, and the latest in sports and entertainment all in one place at Sactown Sports 1140 on YouTube. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
Most of us are one good deal away from finally replacing that worn-out rug, fixing up the backyard, or getting the bedroom we actually want. Good news, that deal's almost here. Wayfair's Black Friday and July sale. Get up to 80% off area rugs and up to 60% off outdoor and bedroom furniture. Shop Wayfair's huge selection of styles and find the piece to fit your style, budget, and space. Plus, free shipping. Black Friday in July ends July 27th. Shop today at wayfair.com.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
Right now, get 2 bottles of Lucas Fuel Treatment for just $9. Plus, receive 2 times O Rewards points at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
For the ones who get it done, Grainger offers the professional-grade products you need to get the job done. With fast delivery you can depend on and access to technical product experts ready to help you meet any challenge. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by.
My buddy dies. I show up to the funeral. Open casket. We're still doing that? I've never understood open casket. I don't get it. It's like, you told me he was dead. I believed you.
From the Monday Morning Podcast, his hit film Old Dads, and his latest Grammy-nominated special on Hulu, comedian Bill Burr, coming to the venue at Thunder Valley, Saturday, July 25th, with all new material. Get tickets at ThunderValleyResort.com. Don't miss Bill Burr.
Progressive knows you've got plenty of things to worry about.
What time does the kids' practice end? How long has that check engine light been on? Are takeout containers microwave safe?
So the last thing you should have to worry about is what to do if something unexpected happens on the road. That's why if you're ever in a major accident, Progressive's accident response can detect it and send help. It's just one less thing to worry about.
How long does chicken last in the fridge?
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Limited availability in California. Driver is responsible for emergency and towing charges not covered by the policy.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter. Here's good news for folks who have a jumbo loan. The Loan Exchange, America's jumbo lender, is offering a 30-year fixed-rate loan at a 5.75% interest rate and 5.939% APR for loan amounts up to $3 million. So if you have a mortgage with an interest rate of 6% or higher, give America's jumbo lender a call at 833-436-8800. You drive around to find the cheapest gas, so why not refinance your mortgage? Every day you wait, you're wasting money on needless interest. Go to theloanexchange.com or call 833-436-8800 to find out what your savings will be with a new 30-year fixed-rate loan at 5.75% interest rate and 5.939% APR. NMLS 1637539. Loan subject to credit approval. See website for licensing information, loan terms and conditions. Equal housing lender. That's theloanexchange.com or call 833-436-8800 for a 30-year fixed-rate loan at 5.75% interest rate and 5.939% APR.
What's hot?
Yeah, hot. Real hot. And what's not?
It's not good. Brought to you by American Energy Heating and Air, Sacramento's complete heating and cooling company, and second opinion partner.
Jordan Alvarez.
Jordan, not Maiden. Jordan Alvarez.
He's been doing pretty good with 2 straight counts this season. He's batting .294 with 15 home runs. There's only 3 other players that have recorded 15 or more home runs with a .290 or higher average on 2 strike counts in a season since pitches began being tracked in 1988. And those players are
Tony Gwynn and Wade Boggs.
Mike Piazza.
Uh-huh.
Alex Rodriguez.
Uh-huh.
And Albert Bell.
Albert Bell.
Tony Gwynn, I don't think, saw many 2 strike counts.
It's actually a great point. Well, then who's not?
That would be your San Francisco Giants.
Yeah.
They lost to the Royals yesterday, currently on a 4-game losing streak. They are only 2 games above the worst team in the National League, the Colorado Rockies, as of right now.
They're so bad, dude. And again, it's like they're so bad, but they're just so unwatchable. That was one thing that happened while I was gone. I just remembered our guy Logan Webb getting into it with fans on social media. And then I saw, I don't know if he deleted his account or just suspended it. Let me see. Is he back on? Let's see. Logan Webb, are you back? I don't think he is. Let me check I know I've messaged with him before. Let me see if I can find it. Nope. Wow. He said, I'm done. Probably smart. Probably smart.
So I did find a Logan Webb, but it just seems like he's got the same name as Logan Webb.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
He's got protected tweets. I'm thinking he's getting some
runoff
from the
Yeah. Logie. Buddy, you can't win that battle. But, we agree or disagree with anything he said. I'm not trying to get into that. But, we want athletes to be real, and then they express themselves, and then they go, hey.
Too real.
How dare you? Oh, what did Matt text me? Yeah, let me get to that here, since we got a short segment. Final hour coming up.
Streaking.
Yeah, you're right. Let's do streaking first, Chris, just in case.
It's time to go streaking.
We're going streaking!
Who is the Nostradamus of MLB? Who can keep the streak going? It's time to go streaking.
What the hell are you doing? We're streaking.
No, we haven't been doing well. are we doing now? Any idea?
Oh, you're not doing it? I guess I will.
From all those times when I do.
Well, let's start with Jason because he picked Cody Bellinger. He's on a 0-game hitting streak. Yankees did not play. They got rained out. Fortunately, he did not get a get. Who did you pick yesterday?
Henry Bolte.
Henry Bolte. You were hoping that he would get your streak started.
I did.
He got up 3 times.
He did.
0 hits.
Loser!
Wow.
You're a loser! Are you feeling sorry for yourself?
Wow.
Well, you should be, because you are dirt!
I'm a... No, what? It wasn't a streak. It wasn't. It was... come on.
Yeah, that's why you got the loser.
But why do you never get that?
Well, because I'm usually going on a streak. And speaking of streaks, I'm on a 1-game hitting streak as of right now.
Uh-huh.
Is a 1-game hitting streak a hitting streak?
No, it has to be 3.
So I picked Kevin McGonigal, picked Otto Lopez yesterday.
You did.
Got up 5 times, walked twice, and no hits.
Loser! You're a loser!
All right.
Are you feeling sorry for yourself?
All right.
Well, you should be, because you are dirt!
Where's the ha-ha-ha?
Oh, it's not that funny.
Give me Henry Bolte.
You got Henry Bolte. I'm going back to a classic Kevin McGonigal, and I have to wait and find out from Jason who he's picking.
Well, maybe he rolls over as Yankee.
Maybe.
Sounded weird.
Okay, so let's decide this now. Since it was rained out, the game that's playing at 10 o'clock today is originally what his game was supposed to be yesterday. Do we give him a second chance? If he picks Cody Bellinger and give him another player, or...
Wait, hold on now. What are you saying? You're saying...
The game should have been played last night.
Right.
But it got rained out.
Yes.
So it's being made up today at 10. They're having a doubleheader.
And you're saying, do we let him pick another player so he could get like possibly a 2-game streak going? I don't think we've ever done that before.
Okay.
Yeah, I say we just unless he calls in and changes it, we stick with Bellinger for today. God, baseball is just it's just so dead.
There's only 60 games left.
Thank God. Just end, or just get to the playoffs so we can see some watchable baseball. The A's are pooping their pants. The Giants never had pants to poop in to begin
Matt
with.
George.
Matt George, thank you. Sorry, I was getting depressed at baseball standing. Honest question, Dave. Scott Perry's background is relationships. He's shown he wants to be involved in a lot of deals to at least have the conversation. He's trying to break the Sacramento status quo. Do you think that the Sacramento stigma is stronger than Perry's experience? Rare W for Matt George. It's a great question. I think there's a lot to unpack in that conversation, because I think there hasn't always been a Sacramento stigma. I think back to the 1999 to 2006 era. That's a good 7 years where Sacramento was a good spot to be. And on top of that, a lot of the guys from there, I think a disproportionate compared to the rest of the NBA amount of guys from there have created roots and stayed in Sacramento, including the aforementioned Bobby Jackson, Doug Christie, Peja Stojakovic, Vlade, still all those guys, Brad Miller, obviously. Here's the problem. First off, Sacramento's already got a huge strike against it because you're in California where you have a far higher tax bracket than most of the rest of the league. But you're not one of the LA teams and you're not one of the San Francisco teams. You live in both places. You have great weather year round. You got a lot of stuff to do. They're massive, massive cosmopolitan cities. And in San Francisco, one of the big draws with new ownership, because remember, when Christopher Cohan was there, nobody wanted to play there. But Joe Lacob and that ownership group have done really well at ingratiating players. Kevin Durant's a great example. Kevin Durant's probably made more money off investments that he gleaned through his time in Golden State than he did when he was playing for Golden State from the NBA cash. And obviously Los Angeles is Los Angeles. It's always going to have, that's La La Land. It's always going to have an edge. So hey, congratulations, you're playing in California. For LA? No. Wait, for LA? What about the other LA? No. Well, what about San Francisco? No. Oh, Oh, Sacramento? Now, can Scott Perry overcome? Yeah, but it's going to take some time probably. It'd be another thing if Sacramento was Oklahoma City or San Antonio or in what's going to be happening here soon, Utah, Salt Lake City. You're a small town team that isn't really in a cosmopolitan city that NBA players want to go to, but you're really good. The problem with Sacramento is they're not in a cosmopolitan city. They have a high tax bracket, and they're a terrible team perennially, not just over the last few years. They've been here 40-plus years. They're almost always a bad team. That's a lot for one man to lift. Well, hold on. Well, what about stability and ownership? Well, what if it's just bad luck? Well, and I say this with love, you've got ownership in Sacramento that does not have a great reputation around the league, does not have a great reputation with coaches and how they've handled coaches, whether it's Mike Malone or Mike Brown, does not have a great relationship when it comes to players. Now, can that change? Sure, but it's going to take some time to build that trust. Is Scott Perry the right guy? I hope. He certainly has the credentials. He certainly has the connections. But it's going to take a lot of work because you've got to overcome the reputations of a city. You got to overcome the reputations of winning and losing. And you got to overcome the reputation of ownership. Hopefully you can do that. We'll take a break. Top of the hour next. We got a lot of stuff to clean up. We got some sound bites for you, either or NBA edition. We got NBA preseason. Oh, by the way, your phone calls at 1-800-920-1140. Your texts at 916-339-1140. We'll do that next.
This is Sactown, baby! Follow Sactown Sports 1140 on Facebook at facebook.com/Sactown Sports. To keep tabs on the Kings, 49ers, UC Davis, and the entire Sactown Sports lineup all season long. Facebook.com/Sactown Sports. Your local sports leader. Sactown Sports 1140.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Meet Lee Platts, a renter whose possessions fill not only her apartment, but also the darkest corners of a mini storage unit. A land of both truth and fiction. Truth, everything inside is protected by Progressive. Fiction, one day Lee will fit into her clothes from senior year of high school. Renters, discover coverage for what you love and what you can't get rid of in Progressive's Protection Zone. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers.
This is the story of the one. The one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The IRS finally caught up with Louie.
I hadn't paid my taxes in 8 years. I owed the IRS a lot of money.
Louie was in deep trouble.
We're going to take your house, put a lien on your bank account, garnish your pay. They don't care. They're going to take your paycheck.
Louie found out about Optima Tax Relief, the leading tax resolution firm. A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, they've resolved over $3 billion for their clients.
Optima Tax, they helped me. They calmed me down. They made me feel comfortable, and I trust them.
Louie has a lot to be thankful for.
I don't owe the IRS anymore, and I'm able to live a comfortable life, a lot better life. It was because of Optima Tax.
For tax help you can trust, call Optima now for a free consultation. Take it from Louie.
If you owe the IRS, don't go it alone. Give Optima Tax a call. They can help you.
Call 800-375-2322. 800-375-2322. 800-375-2322.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Chevy is the heartbeat of America, and there's a big upside to buying and driving a new Chevy Silverado half-ton truck. There's the lifetime warranty, not to mention the selection, from a two-wheel drive to a four-wheel drive, the LT, RST, High Country, you name it. There's an even bigger upside to buying a new Silverado at Folsom Chevy. General Manager Eric Wilson and his team are offering 0% financing for 5 years and no payments for 90 days during the entire month of July. On all new Silverado half-ton trucks in stock, an incredible deal. Folsom Chevy is truck country. You can find them off Highway 50 at the Folsom Auto Mall between the Hazel and Folsom exits. Find out more at folsomchevy.com. From the mountains to the levee, think Folsom Chevy. Together, let's drive. Must finance with GM on approved credit. $16.67 per 1,000 financed. Cannot be combined with other offers. Ends July 31st, 2026.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
Sactown Sports 1140, your local sports leader. The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
Phil got back to us on the text line. Phil the shill. Because I said you're tripping, Phil, but here's the phone number. Call in. Always want to talk it out. He said, sorry, got to get this ditch dug before professional sports talk comes on at 9. Which I think is a compliment since yeah. There's a lot more going on in sports than 8 hours of Kings talk on 1140. Would almost bet you guys could not do one show or go one day without mentioning the Kings. That's probably true. I mean, I could, but you wouldn't like it.
Why would we?
I am not tripping. Just worn out on your rhetorical style. Realizing that no one is as smart and knowledgeable as you. Well, that's true. Maybe you shaved a bit too close the other day. See, that's a long-time listener. That's an active listener. Guys, or I shouldn't say guys, Phil.
I would say this. He's hearing you. He's not listening.
There you go. I like when, the job here is to come out and say what you think and hopefully be honest. And hopefully be right more than you're wrong. When people take that as condescension, there we are. Or whatever. You have confidence in what you think. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I say it. I would just invite people to point that out. Just trying to prep you, man. What we've got here with Phil is a failure to communicate. You see, some people you just can't reach.
Dork.
Which is, it's the way he wants it. Well, he gets it. And I don't like it any more than you. Did you just dork Cool Hand Luke? In what world do you dork Cool Hand Luke? 63 years old. Oh, so I can't quote The Godfather? I can't quote Apocalypse Now?
We'll just have to find out.
We're not in Kansas anymore? Oh, I can't do that. What is the year cutoff? What is the year cutoff before we drop the old reference?
That's a good question.
2015? 10?
No. Let's go anything pre-Tommy Boy.
What was Tommy Boy, 95?
I think that's 94.
Ah, 95, sucker.
You know what? We'll go with Wayne's World.
Was that 92?
I think that's 93. It might be 92.
Oh,
you know what? I think it is 92. I think you're right.
Are you changing? Did I get you twice? It's 92. Why can't this ever happen in celebrity birthdays?
Because I'm doing celebrity birthdays today.
Oh. All right. What do we got to make up here? Oh, yeah. Jason has some questions. Jason had some questions from yesterday we didn't get to. I did want to say congratulations to Yaxel Lendeborg, named Summer League MVP. Joining a long list of studs that have been named Summer League MVP. I thought Con Knippel won it last year. I think we said that yesterday, but according to this, not the case. As your Summer League MVPs, Yaxel Lendeborg, Kyle Filipkowski, it says last year, or Filipowski, sorry, Jalen Wilson in 24, Cam Whitmore, Keegan Murray, 2021, Cam Thomas and our very own Davion Mitchell split it, so that's 2 MVPs in a row. The late Brandon Clark in 2019, Josh Hart in 2018, Lonzo Ball, and Tyus Jones. So again, you may want to just relax on Summer League and Summer League MVPs if history tells you anything. I was looking at this percentage of cap hit. This year, Zach LaVine will take up 29.6% of the Kings' cap, followed by DeMontis Sabonis at 27.5%, DeAndre Hunter at 15.1%. If somehow Scott Perry will pull a miracle and all 3 be gone next year without any returning salary, that's 73% of the Kings' current cap that could be off the books. That's sizable. That is very sizable. Also, you may have heard the Miami Heat social media team did a boo-boo. They put up a placeholder on YouTube for the LeBron James introductory press conference set for July 27th. That's 5 days from now. They quickly took it down, but not before, everybody saw it. And my goodness, has there been a fluttering. Now, Miami's statement, and I think I believe them, as eye-rolly as it may sound, because conspiracies are always fun to believe, was that this was a placeholder that got put up in anticipation of him possibly coming, and it was supposed to be private, and they know nothing. Now, I can speak from experience. Like, that happens a lot. Like, we do that here. You'll see placeholders for certain things a day, 2-3 days ahead of us that they put up on YouTube for broadcasts. It does happen. But what's interesting is somebody noticed this on the in the want ads, if you will, for the industry. The Miami Heat are now looking for a director of YouTube strategy.
I looked at their postings that came out on July 1st.
Oh, so that was already out?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then maybe they really needed one. Hey, maybe this is for you. You're a YouTube first builder. You understand the platform deeply, know how to create for the next generation, and see the difference between making content and building something people come back to. You're looking for a role where the access is rare, the upside is real, and you have the room to run with it. If this is you, you're who we're looking for. The Miami Heat are looking for the person who will define what our YouTube channel becomes, not manage what it already is. You're here to build the engine behind it, repeatable YouTube native formats, and a channel identity that travels beyond sports fans. By the way, anybody else ever notice as I'm reading this that the Miami Heat styled font for the Heat is they capitalize Heat, like every letter? I never noticed that. It's not that way in the standings. Nobody else does that. But when the Miami Heat do something Miami Heaty, like in this little press release, it's all capitalized. Their Twitter account, same thing. It's all capitalized. H-E-A-T, capitalized. I don't think the Kings do that, do they? I think that's a Heat thing. Let me see. They do that. No, it's Kings, capital K, lowercase INGS. I don't know what that means. I'm just, saying. Jason had a thingy-dingy here. It said either or NBA edition. Which team would you rather be next year, the Minnesota Timberwolves or the Philadelphia 76ers? Well, that's two teams right there that may or may not have LeBron James, although it seems highly unlikely with Minnesota. Minnesota's going to be going with Aida Sumu, Anthony Edwards, Jaden McDaniels, Rudy Gobert, and I don't know. They just acquired somebody. Why can't I remember? Whereas the new look, if you will, Philadelphia 76ers, Maxey Edgecombe, Paul George, Joel Embiid. It's a good question. It's a really good question, Jason Ross. On one hand, here's the problem. On paper, I'd probably go Sixers. On top of that, they're in the East. But what would you say the combined, if I said the combined, you got to make a bet. And the prop bet was the combined games over under for Paul George and Joel Embiid is 100.5. Now, if they play full seasons, that's 164. If I said 100.5, are you taking the over or the under? Just to give you an idea, Paul George last year played in 37 games. He played in 41 the year before. 74 the year before that. 56 and 31 the year before that. 54 and 48 before that. So 74 is his high over the last 7 years. And I'd say his average is probably around maybe 50. And when you look at Joel Embiid, I think it's probably worse, isn't it? Let me see. Joel Embiid played in 38 games last year, 19 the year before, 39 the year before that. Jeez. Joel Embiid has played in 96 games over the last 3 years. He is averaging 32 games a year over his last 3 years. Now, look, when he plays, he's a stud. Ain't no way about that. But he's also 32 years old. And big men generally don't improve with age when they have lower body issues. So I'm gonna say Minnesota. Oh, you know what? Paul George got traded. I'm high. What am I doing? What am I doing? Yeah, I don't know. I'm still going to say the Wolves. Joel Embiid, that is probably the most toxic contract in the NBA. And it sucks because he's a really good player. Jason's reference was for Jaylen Brown, not Paul George. Wolves add LaMelo to go with DeSumo. I should probably catch up before I answer this stuff. I'm still going to say the Wolves. Although I do like Jaylen Brown. My issue is just really with the Sixers is going to be Embiid. But even let's take Embiid out of the equation. Now, if you told me Embiid was going to play 60 or more games next year, I'd probably do that. Honestly, I probably would. But if you're going with Jaylen Brown, I think they will be better. And I don't know how the hell LaMelo and Anthony Edwards are going to work. I'm not really a LaMelo guy. Also, keep an eye on Anthony Davis with the Wizards, too. It seems more and more there's momentum growing that the Warriors may make a move, that the Wizards don't want to pay Anthony Davis what he wants in an extension. Would you rather be the Cleveland Cavaliers or the Denver Nuggets? Again, with Cleveland, that's a team that's very much in play with LeBron. Not that that's going to be the end-all, be-all, if you will. But it would make a difference. I think if Cleveland got LeBron, I'd take LeBron, or I'd take Cleveland. I would. Because Harden would re-sign for whatever. And you'd be going with Harden, Mitchell, LeBron, Mobley, Allen? It's pretty hard. That's a pretty good lineup, dude, despite James Harden. I mean, Denver's got Jokic and friends, but that's pretty interesting for Cleveland if that were to happen. Jason asked me yesterday, he said Darius Acuff would score more than 16 points a game next year. Will Keegan Murray's average be higher or lower? My gut tells me lower. It does. My gut tells me lower. I think they're going to be asking some different things out of him this year. Plus, you're going to have Zach LaVine and Darius Acuff taking a bunch of shots. I mean, what is Keegan Murray's going to be the fourth option at best? Maybe third. I'm thinking of Sabonis. And Keegan Murray has averaged over 16 points a game, never. His career average is 13.3. He's averaged 12, 15, 12, and 14 last year. Limited time. So the odds of him, averaging more than 16 points are low anyways next year, not to mention, again, like I said, Darius Acuff is going to get more shots than he is. Zach LaVine's going to get more shots than he is. Yeah, I'd say I think Acuff will have the higher average. He won't be more efficient, but he'll have the higher average. Who plays more minutes in 26-27, Achua or Reynaud? That's an interesting one. It's a really interesting one because and in order for me to answer that, I think the big question there is what's going on with Murray and Hunter. Now, the thought behind that is that Keegan Murray is going to start. We've also said for years, it's no secret, Keegan Murray's natural position is the 3. He's not a power forward. But the question is that in a contract year, are they starting Murray and DeAndre Hunter? Because if that's the case, then I would say it's going to be really close between Reynaud and Achua. You may see some Reynaud-Sabonis lineups, but I don't think so. I don't think you're going to see that much. I really don't. And so when you look at Sabonis, he averages with the Kings about 35 minutes a game. That doesn't leave a lot for Reynaud. I'm not saying he's going to play 35 minutes, but it's been pretty consistent around 34, 35 minutes a game. So that leaves you, assuming they're both playing center, that leaves you about 13 minutes a game for Reynaud. And with Achua last year, obviously things changed towards the end. But Achua last year averaged 24 minutes a game. And remember, he wasn't playing much of the year, barely playing. Wasn't starting. Now, I know a lot of people are going to say, what the hell? If you had to choose between who gets more minutes, Sabonis, Achua, or Reynaud, I want to say the bulk of the fan base would probably pick Reynaud number 1. Reynaud averaged 26 and a half minutes last year, but you got to remember, too, it was basically him and Dylan Cardwell without Sabonis. Sabonis is going to come back in and take. Now, if Sabonis gets traded, all bets are off. It's Reynaud. I think you're going to see a bit of a minute step back, unless the Kings step in and say, hey, listen, we're going youth, but that's just generally, that doesn't happen. You're paying a guy $30+ million to, come off the bench and play 10, 15 minutes. That generally doesn't happen in the NBA, especially when a guy is as good as Sabonis. And Sabonis is better than Reynaud right now. He just is. He's better than Reynaud. So, yeah, I don't think so. Play some sound bites for you here real quick. Start with John Harbaugh. We talked yesterday about Cam Scatterby and not hitting the flip. And what was John Harbaugh, the new coach of the Giants, thinking? Here's what he said.
what's up with the backflip and Scatterboo? What was your reaction when you saw that on your timeline?
Oh, my reaction when I saw it on my phone?
Yeah.
My reaction was I haven't talked to him yet. I'm going to talk to him, I'm sure. But my reaction was this, dude, at least stick it. You know what I mean? Land the thing if you're going to do it. You know, that was my first reaction. So, Scat's going to be ready to go. And he's been working super hard. He's really been training like crazy. And his mind is on camp. You know, he's healthy. He's ready to roll. And I can't wait to see him out there at practice.
All right. Yeah, I'm sure his heart fluttered a little bit. Going back to LeBron yesterday, here's Rich Paul on the commissioner in the league waiting on him.
The commissioner of the league is saying, hey, you do have, just as you've mentioned, Rich, this enormous influence on our TV schedule. There are people waiting on you. There is a case there that he does need to.
I saw Adam in New York, and we discussed it. And like I said, it's still his choice. So if he doesn't really know, you can't rush it.
So right now the league is aware of this, that he's not there yet.
And we're not going to be rushed. It doesn't matter. I don't want to sit here and sound, I'll just say, we're not going to be rushed.
Mm-hmm. That's totally fair for you to say.
It is his choice to make. And when he makes the choice, he's making it.
Okay. Well, what about that decision?
I'll say it again. None of these people know anything. Nobody knows nothing. And I say that respectfully because we haven't made it to where anybody knows anything. So I think it's important for people to understand we're not making this about attention and a spectacle. It's not about a decision or anything like that. He has a choice to make. He has a business choice to make. We're not going to sit here and decide or allow someone else to decide when he makes that decision or that choice. It's a business choice that he's making. And I think as an athlete, why is it that an athlete has to rush his choice?
Okay, I want to answer that.
Because from a business perspective, you are making a choice between jobs, high-level jobs, and you've earned the right. You're a big-time executive that's with an unbelievable, arguably the best resume in the history of your job. Who's rushing you?
Okay.
Nobody.
Well, I don't know what Max was going to say, but I'm guessing it would be something like this. Because other teams are on hold depending on what you do, dude. So James Harden has opted out and is waiting on what you do. Draymond Green is opted out and is waiting on what you do. It's why I continually think Golden State's in the mix, because it does sound like they're trying to give him time to do a few things.
Yeah, but why is that his responsibility?
Well, it's not his responsibility. It's just understanding that there is a responsibility based on what your decision is. It's not just like LeBron said, it's not like there's an opening at McDonald's. He's just going to go fill it or not fill it, and they get somebody else. You've got other teams that will house him, that he will play for next year, that are on hold. So naturally, you're going to have other teams going, dude, we want to do a few things. You're kind of locking down this half of the league until you figure it out. Like, what are you waiting for? What are you? Look, I've tried to stay away from this where's LeBron going thing because it's a dumb circus. But honestly, let's really think about it. Why hasn't he announced? Do we really think he hasn't announced because he's just sitting there going, I don't know, man. Philly, Cleveland, Miami, Golden State, and every day here's a new argument. Do we really think that? They're waiting for something.
They're waiting on how they're going to get Bronny.
I can promise you that would have been solved a long time ago if that was the tipping point. It's why I think Golden State is still very much in the mix, because I think they're giving Golden State, they're trying to leverage another Rich Paul client in Anthony Davis out of Washington. And I think LeBron loves the idea of Steph and LeBron and Draymond and Anthony Davis, which I'm not going to lie, that's if healthy, it's a pretty formidable frontline defense. But I don't buy the whole he's confused. No, there's something. He's waiting for something. Is it Guffman? I don't know, but that was a movie. Waiting for Guffman. You probably saw it. No, it seems like a you movie. Some sort of alternative-y.
Maybe he just needs to exhale.
You think he's waiting to exhale? Do you think he's Waiting was a movie.
Yeah, Waiting
with Ryan Reynolds.
Maybe he's waiting too.
There was a sequel?
I think it was direct to DVD.
What's on deck? We'll clean everything else up next.
Take Sactown Sports with you everywhere you go with the Sactown Sports app. The most in-depth coverage of the Kings and 49ers. A library of written and video content. And all your favorite personalities all in one place. Download the Sactown Sports app today and get in on the action. Your local sports leader. Sactown Sports 1140.
Download to see if you qualify. Not all customers will qualify. Transfer fees may apply. No Albert subscription required. Albert is not a bank. Albert loans are issued by FinWise Bank, member FDIC. Not an actual client. Terms apply.
Hey, Albert, can you help us plan and budget for a bathroom renovation?
I certainly can. Let me review your finances.
Who are you talking to?
Albert, my AI financial assistant that I can access right in the app. It automates all things finance, moves money, pays bills, creates personalized alerts, finds savings, and so much more.
Your bathroom renovation financial plan is ready. I found cash you can put aside, and to cover the rest, Albert can get you up to $10,000 fast.
Can you find contractors nearby within our budget?
Here's a list of contractors. Would you like help requesting a $10,000 loan for your bathroom renovation?
Yes! Download the Albert app and use promo code MULTIPLY to access Genius. Plus, get up to $10,000 for whatever you need. Just download the Albert app right now and use promo code MULTIPLY to get up to $10,000. That's promo code MULTIPLY.
California's calling. Sun-soaked coasts, forest trails, and fun-filled city nights. With 21 hybrid and electrified Toyota models, there's a ride made for your life. Score summer deals on the 50 MPG Corolla Hybrid and the 51 MPG Camry. Or get 0% APR plus finance cash on the all-electric BZ. Go farther and spend less this summer with Toyota's hybrids, plug-in hybrids, and all-electric EVs. Toyota, let's go places. Offer available through TFS to buyers with premium-rated credit and cannot be combined with other offers. Ends 8/3/26.
Sacramento's best selection, best quality, and lowest prices on kitchen and bath products are at the new Anova Cabinet and Stone. For a limited time, get stunning new quartz countertops starting at just $159. That's right, only $159 for gorgeous quartz countertops. Listen to this. For a limited time, cabinets for kitchens and bathrooms are up to 50% off. Yes, up to 50% off new cabinets. It's a must-see, the new Anova Cabinet and Stone at Florin Road and Highway 99. Learn more at AnovaCabinetStone.com.
Have you seen The Odyssey at the Esquire IMAX Theater? Director Christopher Nolan shot every frame entirely on 1570 IMAX film, and Sacramento's Esquire IMAX Theater is one of only 40 theaters in the world showing The Odyssey in brand new IMAX film technology, as Nolan intended his epic film to be seen in IMAX format.
No one could stand between me and home, not even the gods.
See The Odyssey for the first time or again, and lock in your seats for the best movie experience only at the Esquire IMAX Theater.
You know, I used to think all money managers were the same until I spoke with Fisher Investments.
Really? How different are they?
Fisher's investment counselors are dedicated to service, not sales, keeping clients up to date on their portfolio.
Well, they probably just invest in a bunch of mutual funds like I do.
Nope. They build a tailored portfolio based on their clients' personal goals, helping them stay on track for a comfortable retirement.
Well, they must make commissions selling products.
Actually, Fisher doesn't sell any commission-based products. They're a fiduciary, and they believe that's a conflict.
Then they have some kind of complex fee structure.
Nope. Fisher has a simple, transparent fee that's a percentage of their client's portfolio. So they do better when their clients do better.
It sounds like Fisher really is different.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Fisher Investments. Clearly different wealth management. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com/different. Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Capital Casino is conveniently located in downtown, 411 16th Street, and has been a part of the greater Sacramento area for over 20 years. They offer the best variety of games in the region in a safe and friendly environment, and there's plenty of parking, all well lit and monitored by security. Come have a great meal at the cafe and restaurant inside. Capital Casino has the best food, the best service, and the best action. But please always remember to gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hi, I'm Justin Gingery. One of the most common questions I receive is, what makes us different from other law firms?
At Gingery, Hammer & Associates, we handle your case from beginning to the end.
Whether your case reaches a settlement, whether it must go into litigation, or whether it has to go all the way to trial, we will be with you along the entire way. And because we are committed to your case,
We are as invested as you are in making sure you get the outcome you deserve.
When you get an injury, just call Gingery.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Pat Riley, by the way, had this to say about LeBron leaving Miami.
And LeBron and I, we haven't talked much, but you let go of that stuff. I was very disappointed because I thought we were looking at a dynasty or something dynastic. And when he left, it was very, very disappointing.
Who wins more if they stay? LeBron in Miami or Kawhi in Toronto? What a great what ifs. Well, really, is it one of the great what ifs? Niner training camp opens today. We'll start hearing stuff out of there. Most of the training camps are beginning to open. Now, obviously, vets are going to report here in a bit. The Chiefs have unveiled renderings of their $3 billion domed stadium. It looks gorgeous. I just don't know where I stand on that. I really don't. I really don't know where I stand on bad weather. And by bad weather, I mean, snowy weather. Snowy weather teams doming their stadiums. Like Buffalo's new stadium debuting this year, that's going to be open air. So you get that. I mean, imagine having a dome at Lambeau. But on the other hand, I also hate it when games are decided by snow. It's like, dude, come on. Like this, there is a part of me that wants every single game played on the same type of field, and every game should be in a dome, and none of that crap should matter. But then the old man in me goes, it's part of the game. It's part of the game. Which is why baseball is so hilarious again. It always cracks me up. It's the only sport we have really that I can think of where everything's just different no matter where you go. I always say, like, imagine you go to Seattle and it's like, oh, it's only 80 yards. It's not 100.
Gross.
Look at how thin that field. Look at how thin that field is in Denver. You got to run 130 yards, end zone to end zone for a touchdown? Woof.
Well, soccer has different size fields.
Do they?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that. Just the boxes are all the same distance?
There is a certain type of geometry it has to have. Like you can't just have like a square field, but they differ in lengths and widths.
So imagine in soccer. So I guess the equivalent there would be is like, oh, hey, when you go to Man City, it's weird though because there's an elevation on one side of the pitch you got to climb when you're on that side, or it goes downhill over here, or, just different elevations on the pitch itself. I mean, again, that's where baseball is a little bit weird. But I love it, as a matter of fact. It's fun. I'm sure we have baseball today, and as a matter of course, I'll tell you about it. The schedule today.
Oh, and Jason is sticking with Cody Bellinger.
Oh, he is sticking with Cody. Okay, all right. 10:05 a.m., he'll get a chance to see Cody Bellinger in the first game of a rain makeup doubleheader. Garrett Cole on the mound for New York. They take on the Pirates. Always like day baseball. That's fun. That would be, and that honestly would be one of those days. In fact, I'm a week away from being in New York, but God, one of these days I'd just love to be in New York. I've never been to Yankee Stadium. That'd be so cool to watch a doubleheader. Although I guess in this case it'd be 105. I wonder if
you don't even want to watch one baseball game.
I was going to say, I wonder if I have the attention span now in my life to sit through. I could probably sit through one game. Because what is that, dude? That's going to be like That's like a 7-hour commitment when you count the break between games. Maybe not. What is it? Let's see. 2.5 hours per. Let's call it 4.5 hours of baseball. It's probably a 6-hour commitment. Also, day baseball for you. Landon Roop and the Giants will take on the Royals. 42-59 versus 42-60. Can't wait. That's at 11:10. A lot of day baseball today. Wow. It's getaway day. The A's down in Phoenix taking on the Diamondbacks. That's at 12:40. These are those days it'd be fun to play a little hooky. Just get baseball. You got the Pirates, Yankees at 10, Orioles, Red Sox at 10:35. Mets. Is today like a weird holiday or something? Or are they just doing it? Mets, Brewers at 11:10. I feel like there's a reason.
Well, it's Wednesday. Usually getaway day.
Is it though? Is Wednesday more of a getaway day than Thursday? Because don't most series start on a Friday?
Yeah.
So wouldn't getaway day be tomorrow?
Not unless your series ends on a Wednesday. Gives you more time off.
Well, no, I know. I'm just saying, if most series start on a Friday, unless they have off days tomorrow, which they usually don't, I feel like the getaway day would be after. It'd make more sense to have tomorrow's games be all in the daytime. Mets, Brewers at 11:10. Giants, Royals at 11:10. Nationals, Rockies at 12:10. A's, Diamondbacks at 12:40, along with the Reds and Mariners at 12:40. You got the Cards, Angels at 1:07. Dodgers, Phillies. There's a lot of, wow. As a matter of fact, the latest first pitch today comes out of Houston at 5:10. What the hell is that all about? What am I missing? Got to be something. From the 916, LeBron is a bigger media HOE than Aaron Rodgers. You know, his farewell tour is going to make Kobe's farewell tour seem like a parade wave. You also got to remember Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's when he retired. That's the one that always sticks out to me, where he got didn't he get like a Harley Davidson in Milwaukee, I think? Somebody got him a giant rocking chair. It was like his last game in every other stadium or arena. They got him all kinds of stuff. That's the craziest one I remember. Let me see if I can find it. Retirement gifts. So you got something. I can't remember what Sacramento got him. Good thing I have it right here. The Knicks got Kareem. These are what the teams all gave Kareem in his final game in their arena. The Knicks gave him a Tiffany silver apple and jerseys worn by Kareem at Madison Square Garden from Power Memorial High, UCLA, the Bucks, and the Lakers. The Pistons got him a portrait of himself as a player with the Bucks and the Lakers. The Sixers got Kareem Abdul-Jabbar a portable telephone, a jazz CD collection, and a disc player. And consider this is 1989, so I guess it's kind of a big deal. The Pacers got him a flute, a saxophone, and a portrait. Hey, look at me. The Bucks got him a Harley Davidson and a portrait. The Cavs got him an Afshar carpet from Iran and conga drums. The Nets got him a VCR, an inscribed Lennox crystal ball, a jazz CD collection, and a trophy.
Do you think he was like, I wish I didn't tell people I like jazz?
Yeah, it's like when I made the mistake when I was a kid. My cousin Gabrielle and I, we thought cows were funny. And for the next 10 years, every single thing we got for Christmas was freaking cows. It's like, bro, we said it one time, dude, in front of the grandmas.
Man, I'm looking. When you see Kareem retiring, it's just like, oh man, he's so old. I can't even imagine playing that long. Do you know how old he was?
Was he 41?
42.
Which LeBron already is.
He's not 42 yet.
Oh, he's not?
Because I'm not 42 yet.
Okay. The Celtics gave him a jazz CD collection from Strawberry Records, a piece of the Boston Garden parquet floor. The Bullets got him, again, the Washington Bullets back then.
A gun.
A jukebox filled with 45 records, meaning 45s, donated by fans.
Gee, I wonder what kind of music there was on that.
The Bulls got him a VCR, a jazz CD collection, a fishing rod and hooks, and a Jesse Jackson trophy. I don't know what that means. The Mavs got Kareem Abdul-Jabbar when he retired a Verdite elephant sculpture. The Jazz got him an inscribed 1886 Winchester rifle, cowboy boots, leather jacket, rattlesnake belt, and hat. There's a lot of other stuff here. I'll give you two more because we got a break. The Sacramento Kings got Kareem Abdul-Jabbar when he retired an engraved clock from Governor George Deukmejian, and the establishment of the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar Scholarship Fund at Sacramento State University.
Whoa!
Hey! And finally, the Lakers got him a 1989 Silver Spirit Rolls-Royce, a lighted championship tennis court at his Hawaii home, first-class round-trip airfare to his parents' home, a scrapbook of his farewell tour, and a street renamed Kareem Court. By the way, the Blazers got him a backgammon table, and the Warriors got him a 24-foot sailboat named Captain Skyhook. We'll take a break when we come back. Matt and Kayla, they're going to join us for a little crosstalk as we step up to crosstalk, just like I want you guys to step up to the pros with my good friends at Pest Pros. Yeah, they're more than just pest control, all right? They're supporting the community. They give back. They're family-owned. They're locally rooted, committed to serving you. And it's not just words. You know, the owner, his daughter, Dixie, I remember hearing this story when we had lunch. She was 3 months old, had to have heart surgery, and it completely rocked his world. They created the company in part because through the business, he wanted to start making a positive impact. What does that mean? I've told you since we welcomed Pest Pros in a week ago, you can get pest service anywhere, really, honestly. But why not choose local and why not choose a company that gives back? How do they give back? They support local nonprofits. They support schools, youth sports, community events. It's just who they am. They're on the executive leadership team with our good friend-to-be Ann Fong for the Go Red for Women campaign and with the American Heart Association. They're on the board as of today for the United Way. Not to mention their Yelp reviews, their Google reviews, their awards, SAC favorites, back-to-back, best pest control, best customer service. So all I'm saying is, oh, by the way, huge Kings fans. All I'm saying is, when I say step up to the pros, just simply go with the local company that really does want to make a difference. Step up to thepros.com or pestprosps.com. Have them come out, whether it's insects, mice, whatever the hell is crawling around your house. Have them come out and tell them Carmichael Dave sent you. Matt and Kayla, and we'll wrap up next.
SactownSports.com is your online home for sports in Sacramento. Dive deep into the Kings, 49ers, Raiders, Giants, Athletics, and more with your favorite local personalities and some of the most trusted sports voices in the community. Stream Sactown Sports 1140. Watch original video content and read in-depth analysis all in one location. SactownSports.com. Your local sports leader. Sactown Sports 1140.
There she goes, first solo drive.
Are we ready for this? Absolutely. Our AAA agent, what are you doing here?
Well, same as always, helping you protect what matters most. Like when you added her to your auto policy, or when you switched to AAA insurance and saved.
So you've been here the whole time?
Yep, plus we're available 24/7 for claim support, in case you ever need it.
Shouldn't she be home already?
It's been 12 seconds.
Visit AAA.com/insurance to get a quote today.
Hey, this is Jelly Roll. As many of you know, my song Winning Streak is about my own personal struggles with addiction. I first sought help for my addiction at 14 years old. Start your recovery journey. Choose a proven addiction treatment option that's right for you at ChooseChangeCA.org. The real you is worth recovering. Choose Change California provides access to proven treatment options for addiction to opioids and stimulants. ChooseChangeCA.org. This is your chance to recover your life.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, and Woodland. Chad, I have been told you're extending the 4th of July sales event because those deals are so darn good.
They were the best deals of the year, and we wanted to keep the savings going. Right now, you can save up to $17,000 off MSRP on new 2026 Ram 1500 crew cabs.
America loves Ram trucks, but what about my perfect truck?
We have you covered at Hoblet. We are truck people, so you won't find a better selection of new Rams with the features that matter anywhere. Plus, with almost 600 new Rams available, your Ram is waiting at Hoblet. Just one of the reasons Hoblet is consistently one of the top Ram dealers, not just in California, but the entire nation.
Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
$17,000 total net savings after $41.62 dealer discount and $11,338 factory incentive. Incentives may include 15% below MSRP incentive, $1,000 Hoblet trade-in assistance with eligible trade, and $500 military bonus or first responder bonus for eligible members. 10th net savings, sample VIN 390660. See dealer for details.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-934-1870 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-934-1870. That's 800-934-1870. What do you have to lose? Call 800-934-1870. Again, 800-934-1870.
This is Sactown Sports 1140.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave.
What's up? It's Matt George.
What's good? It's Alan Stiles.
With the most trusted voices in the community.
This is Jason Ross.
Hey, it's Kayla Anderson.
It's Whitey Gleason.
Ready to help promote your business, both as partners and customers. All you have to do is ask. Pick up the phone, dial pound 250 and say, grow my business to get connected with a team member today. That's pound 250 and say, grow my business. Our team will review your product, quickly pair you with a perfect endorser, and create video and audio samples, all at no cost or obligation to you. With the most live and local on-air lineup, a dynamic content-driven website, and a state-of-the-art mobile app, Sactown Sports 1140 is tailor-made to help you connect with a sports audience in Sacramento. So why wait? Dial pound 250 today. Say, grow my business, and let us help take you to the next level.
Here's good news for folks who have a jumbo loan. The Loan Exchange, America's jumbo lender, is offering a 30-year fixed-rate loan at a 5.75% interest rate and 5.939% APR for loan amounts up to $3 million. So if you have a mortgage with an interest rate of 6% or higher, give America's jumbo lender a call at 833-436-8800. You drive around to find the cheapest gas, so why not refinance your mortgage? Every day you wait, you're wasting money on needless interest. Go to theloanexchange.com or call 833-436-8800 to find out what your savings will be with a new 30-year fixed-rate loan at 5.75% interest rate and 5.939% APR. NMLS 1637539. Loan subject to credit approval. See website for licensing information, loan terms and conditions. Equal housing lender. That's theloanexchange.com or call 833-436-8800 for a 30-year fixed-rate loan at 5.75% interest rate and 5.939% APR.
It's time for the news of the day.
The latest headlines, the biggest stories, hard-hitting analysis.
Yeah, this is none of those things.
And now,
here's Carmichael Dave and Jason Ross.
Hey! No, Jason.
In memory of Jason.
I know. I should have clapped. I didn't.
That's right.
I have real quick something to say firsthand.
Oh, boy.
I was listening. It's nothing bad. But you were talking about getting a walking treadmill in here, the mini ones. So I lost a bet on my show in Nashville one year, and part of the bet was I had to do like 2 segments or two full segments on the treadmill. Like I had to walk and do
But
the
I
show.
also feel like that's something you do.
Me?
Yeah.
But I'm not going to do it on a show when I'm talking.
I see what you're saying.
I feel like
yeah.
Well, I did it, and those
It's a-
things don't go very fast.
Yeah.
So me being a competitor and I can't slowly walk, like that's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I'm not getting anything out of it. So I pumped it up to the highest level. And it still wasn't that great, but it was a little hard to,
I have a question. Why is that being a competitor, just to walk faster?
Because it's too slow.
But that's
I can't.
not competition.
Within myself,
she's
it
competing
is.
against herself, Matt.
Like, I can't walk when we had to do all the testing. You know, when you, like, run the mile and people would walk? I was like, who
Well, yeah, but
walks?
that's different. That's being
No, it's
timed
not.
for, like, class.
No, but a lot of people didn't care.
PE versus just walking.
How does it sound like? Can you,
You
tell?
can't really hear it. I mean, there's a little bit of a...
So could I just sit here and do it like this?
But you have to stand up.
You do? Okay, see, I didn't know. Like, I was
Yeah,
wondering
you
if I could
can't.
just...
You're not going to get anything out of it. By
Well, I'm
just
not
stepping.
trying to get anything. The whole idea was if we could somehow, when we do the Children's Miracle Network stuff this fall,
Yeah.
if there is a way to do like donations for like how many miles we could walk
Oh yeah.
during the 4 hours.
You'd probably need to stand up for
Yeah.
that. Mm-hmm.
See,
Which
I
is, if you go slow, that's fine.
I don't think I don't. They'd have to. They'd have to fix the camera angle.
Yeah, they can fix
True.
that.
Because then I'd be on a treadmill.
They're
and
not
then
that. They're not that.
everyone's,
They're
you know.
about this thick. They're really, really thin.
Well, they'd have to do something with
Yeah.
it because the whole thing would be on my junk the whole time.
Well, they also have the pedal,
it's true.
the pedal steppers too, which
Oh, yeah.
a colleague.
Aren't
of mine
those
had.
better for exercise?
It's quite literally you're just
stair
doing,
climbing?
You're just doing this. It's not even
Yeah.
climbing. It's just like a
Yeah.
standing elliptical where you're
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
moving. You can do that.
I mean, I got great calves. Don't get me wrong.
They might be bulging after that.
Yeah,
Then.
I might be bulging.
I like that.
Speaking of
I
bulging,
like that hat.
I just wanted that to pause for a second.
Are you guys golfing together?
Yeah,
We are.
Yeah, it's
Oh
Matt.
gosh,
it's-
competition's
The
on.
game
baby.
of
Nah,
golf.
you know what? Honestly, I hope Matt shoots better than me today. Honestly, I'm proud of him.
I used that one
he's,
time.
He's new to golf, and
Whoa, hold on.
He's new to golf.
No,
Look
no, I
at he's
didn't mean
trying
that.
to
I
baby.
didn't mean
you.
that.
Wow, that's
No,
crazy.
I
New
mean,
to
like-
golf, been playing for 4 years.
no, but you're a newer. You've really no. I'm being honest.
I'm
here.
starting to not suck as bad.
You're spreading your wings.
No, but I feel like you have had this with your lessons with Tom. That you've had this like renewed like, hey, I'm gonna really give golf a shot.
Yes.
Not that you never played before, but it seems like you've caught the bug.
Yes, I was
and you-
I was super into it during COVID, and then
Yeah.
my son was born, and I fell off a cliff for like 3.5 years. And
fell
now,
off a cliff?
Now I'm back. Yep, hard fall.
Well, there you go. You're coming back from injury.
I'm back
Yeah.
in.
You're recommitted. And then I heard the other day when I was on vacation, he finished first.
Yeah.
I was proud
We talked
of him.
about
I
it.
said there's a golfer in this kid.
I might
so.
be in trouble though. They got rid of the gimme rule. There's no more gimmies anymore.
Yeah, no more gimmies. It used to be like if you were within 2 feet, it's a gimme.
We're cooked.
Well, wait, they just took it away after you won?
No,
Yeah, pretty much.
Like now
Like
that we're
the
getting towards the
lottery
end
rules.
of the season, they're like, yeah, no
Okay.
more gimmies.
Yeah, these guys are taking it way seriously.
Okay.
There's
yeah,
like
I
a
can
whole
tell.
like award.
I can tell.
There's like an awards dinner.
Yeah, then you have your
Good
name on a
Lord.
trophy.
I
Yeah,
need to
yeah.
find something that strokes my ego like you guys.
No, can I
Good
do-
Lord.
But hold on, can I? Hey,
Let's do a media karaoke competition,
Perfect.
Kayla.
hey,
Perfect.
Hey, fine. Let's do a media karaoke. Listen,
And then you guys can come to hot yoga with me
but,
too.
but can I say
Why
something?
are we being accused of something?
Yeah.
I didn't
Weren't you
do
supposed to
anything.
go to it to begin
he
with,
was.
Matt?
Yeah, and I'm going to hold it against
Yes,
him until
and,
he does.
And we had it set up, and what happened, Kayla?
I planned the whole dang thing.
And
it
what
was
happened?
not on me.
And what happened?
I can't be calling things out.
They ghosted us, is what happened.
Can I say for the record, there's no ego. I'm just going out to have fun. I'm not
Same.
winning. I'm not winning. I haven't come close to winning.
I was embarrassed
I truly
I won.
am. I
Y'all,
I don't get to.
Men in golf and no ego.
No,
that is
no,
not.
no, no.
That
There's
is not a
only-
thing.
There's only one golf competition I really want to win, and it's beating Alan Stiles one-on-one. That's the only thing I really want to win.
Which is what, Monday? Or did he?
I don't know. Whenever
Did he
decides
get
it.
into that?
He's saying he needs to train more or something. I don't
Does he only play private courses, or is he willing to play public?
know. No, he plays public courses.
Okay, just making sure.
But he
Well,
also
P.F.
has
Chang's thing.
he has his 17 rules. He gets a breakfast ball every hole. Everything is.
I got an ego with a lot of stuff. I don't mind saying. I don't think anybody'd find a surprise there.
I don't
but
think you need to list that
not,
stuff.
Not with, but not. What does that mean?
See, this is what she does.
I know. She just drops little
barbs.
She just
but
drops
without
little
the
barbs.
I'm an instigator.
And that's the thing. She steps on the merry-go-round, and then when I know, she steps right
And
off.
then if you have the audacity to ask what that
it's
means,
like, I don't know.
she gets the attitude with you
I don't
because it's
know.
your fault.
That's
You better
exactly it.
step off, son.
All I'm saying is with golf, I know I'm not good. And
Happy birthday, John Leguizamo.
7.
He is
7?
John Leguizamo is 60.
64.
65.
Kayla's close as 66.
Let's
Happy
go.
birthday, David Spade.
Ooh.
63.
61.
64.
We've got a correct answer. Matt George, he is 61. Last one, let's go with Selena Gomez.
Ooh.
Is she the one that sings "I'm a Bad Liar"?
She was dating Bieber for all those years.
Selena Gomez is 31.
33.
32.
Matt is closest, 34.
Okay.
Whoa.
Speaking of Matt,
34.
Hi.
Matt's really close to doing a show with Kayla.
Good point.
Coming up